It's live.
Okay, so, we did all the bullshit with Mike's student, or Softail student. The little side session we made up on the fly, that was fun. We did that. Does anyone have anything to do with concerning that situation, or, resolving any of that stuff?
So what happened?
Catch you up.
How's our cart boat looking? Or carty boat?
It's probably like 50% complete.
Sick. I'm devoting all my time to doing that and then just hanging out with the locals.
I was thinking
It's
the
like
other
50-50 split.
I was thinking the other day, I'm like, you know what this is like? This is like my students like you know in Pokemon when you get the Zigzagoon and it has pickup? That's what it was like. It picked up like a really high rarity item.
It was a high level Zigzagoon.
Yeah, it was a high level Zigzagoon.
When your fucking cat in Monster Hunter grabs the gem. Yeah, no. But yeah, you got so to catch up, Raph, I guess. One of Mike's students, the little girl, fucking like ran off and stole some shit from the lizards, and it turns out it's a crown type, circlet type thing that is made out of a special metal. It's made out of a special metal that happens to be good at conducting magic, which is slightly down the main thing that you guys were here to look for. So you know that in some way the lizards are use that regularly to put stuff together. You've been here,
Wait, why do we care about? I'm sorry, I might have blanked out. Why do we care about metals that conduct magic well?
So Calvira, the Archmage, has like this
this
artifact
question.
thing. Yeah, so she has this artifact thing that she is trying to make use of, but any apparatus she tries to use it with just kind of destroys itself. So she's trying to make something that can handle the power so she can use it.
And we don't know what that artifact is, right? What she's trying to use?
Don't you?
I think we do. Oh. It's like a matter of like controlling dragons, right? Something to control dragons.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure she explained that. Yeah. But yeah. So you know that the material that the lizards use in their like the higher ranking ones use in their armor is made out of that material.
Really now?
Yeah. And like you've been here, right? But it just like never occurred to you that like it did that, because it just seems like iron. It just looks like iron. You're like, what the fuck? Like when you guys find that out, you'd probably be like, huh, dude, I didn't even know. Fucking just because it seems so ordinary.
Have at some point have I ever tried to purchase lizard folk armor?
If you want, fucking as far as you're aware, it's just commonplace. It's just like something you can buy.
And I'm assuming not all armor here. Can I ask for that armor that has that fucking conductive fucking material?
It's not something like, it's something you can like definitely like purchase. But like and if you want to, it would have like special benefits and stuff. But
Sweet.
Calvira needs it in like she says she needs a source of it. She needs it in like large quantities. Like she's not trying to get a can of gas. She's trying to like pillage an entire nation for oil. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. So she needs like a source of it.
She said it was like 30 pounds. That's what she said.
Yeah, something like that. Fucking she needs a lot of this shit. So
point being, we gotta find the source.
Essentially, that's the idea. That you guys probably need to find a source of it. But yeah, that's where we left off. Shit about you know, I want to rehash it. But yeah, that's where you guys left off. So in like a day, you guys are gonna, those who want to participate, if they give a shit, I guess, we'll have the meeting with Caesar to discuss the politics, and then
I'm pretty sure everybody agreed to being there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When we were approached about it, we all said yeah.
So then everyone will be there. Something that I forgot to mention that
this random old guy we found in the swamp.
The goat, my new old friend.
Yeah, Mike, the information that you get from your students is like given to Softail, and you are free to share, but you don't have to. If you even remember what it was at this point.
What about what the stuff is, or
no, I messaged you about Evelyn coming to you or something.
Oh.
I don't know. Wait, did I message you about
yes,
that? Or did
yes,
I
you did. You did.
Okay.
I have the meats.
So I'm saying Softail is free to share that or not. It's up to you. But
I would probably share it with Brutus because I want to know if he knows anything about this high class.
Okay. You can have that conversation with Brutus.
I'll leave it I'll leave it a surprise for the moment because nobody else knows. So I'm gonna just PM you this, Raph.
Oh, I like
I'm sorry.
that.
I'm sorry. Say that again, Mike.
It's a secret.
I found this information out, and nobody else knows it. So I share it
I
with
might
you
just-
on the chance that you might know something about this. And
I
I
might just
PM'd
ping
it to you because I don't know. It just seems cool to PM it, and nobody can even metagame even if they're doing it subconsciously. Not that anybody
yeah,
would.
Bro.
I could bring you to session room 2 because this is technically something that like Raph might not have the full picture out either. If you want, but
I mean, sure, if you want, sure.
Do it. Do the precaution.
It's not that important. It just seems kind of cool. I don't know. When I actually have the opportunity
never
to
mind,
withhold
It
information,
computed.
Yeah, I computed. I read it. You're good.
All right, yeah, he understands.
I got it.
Never mind. I thought I would have to explain something. Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
so yeah, Raph, you can message me privately anything about anything
All right,
that
so
Bruce
you guys
would
can do
know.
that. And then if you have any questions about that, just message me about it. But so in a day's time, you guys have that meeting. Is there anything you guys are doing in the meantime besides building the fucking boat, the skipper?
I'd be trying to find
But
ways to get
boys-
sources of this fucking rock.
Okay, so you're just gonna be
Yeah,
looking at some
I would,
sources.
Like, Mike, would Softail be going like sneaking around, or would he be going and just like looking at wares and asking people?
I mean, so
because
that's
he's looking
that's
at wares.
information.
I would go and help with that because I'm pretty good at identifying.
I would probably do anything and
items.
everything in between. So would probably start simple. Like obviously that's information we all have. So it'd be like, hey, listen, we need to find this rock. Let's find this rock together. Does anyone have any ideas? Do you want to come with me and talk to people? If that doesn't work out, then we'll do some sneaking and some mischievous shit.
Oh, you good?
Yeah. Are
No,
there
a
like
burping.
marketplaces and stuff here? Or are there like
Yep.
like okay, so like
Yeah,
I
they're like they're marketplaces. They're like people who sell like stuff, and there are a couple smiths who kind of rotate in and out of working at a forge.
Yeah, I would offer to Softail that we go to these marketplaces, see what they have on wares, and see if we can't talk to a few blacksmiths or merchants.
I concur.
Who all wants to participate in that?
This is what I'm doing on the off time from building Cardi B.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody else
do you-
coming?
Guess
So
not.
just to confirm this, just to confirm, so I know, fucking keep, because I'm with fucking Wait, am I in this room actually or no?
Yeah. This is everybody. You guys
Everybody's
decide
here?
what you
Okay, so just so I can keep fucking track of where
Yeah.
everyone's fucking going. Where are you two monkeys going?
We're going
have no
to.
monkey anymore.
Can't say that anymore.
Yeah,
Now it's
we're
racist.
going to the marketplace because we're gonna try and find more of this stone, or see if we can't talk to people that would
Know where
have
to
more
get it.
information about this stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
And Mike, where was that lady you met? Evelyn?
Oh, Evelyn? Evelyn's one of my students.
Okay, so she, and where did she find out that information you gave me? Where'd she get that from? Overheard it?
She indulges.
Oh, so she partook.
She partook.
You got
Okay.
fucked by some lizards? Is that what you're secretly talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then I know we got big, you know, but look, alright, in that case,
You got Kuwait?
Actually, we found out that she's a lesbian, or at least that she likes girls. We don't know if she's a lesbian. She might be bi.
She's hanging out with you. No shit, she's fucking lesbian. All right.
Yo.
But
Oh
look,
my God.
but look. I'ma have fucking. I'ma let. Should I fucking tell? Fucking. Fuck. What's his fucking name again?
Who? Caesar?
Not
I'm just gonna guess
Caesar.
Can of Andicus.
No, my buddy.
Gaius?
Gaius, yeah.
My
fuck.
buddy.
Fuck, I don't know if it's wise to tell Gaius the information you told me.
No, please don't. I would highly advise you to keep this between us and then only consult me again if we need to go any further.
I'm gonna tell Gaius that I'm going with you fuckheads to, you know, find out more about this material. Maybe I can get some of that shit to make a fucking armor out of it. You know, magic proof some shit. But also, I'm gonna, as we're there, I'm probably gonna go to the whorehouse afterwards.
Are you gonna make armor out of the most conductive metal of magic?
I thought it was supposed to be
It's
like.
gonna protect you.
Nah, I'm gonna figure out how to mix the fucking vibranium.
Bro, someone's gonna
see, bro.
shock this man with an Eldritch
Dude.
Blast and he's just gonna go off like a fucking nuke.
Nah. I'm trying to figure something out where maybe not armor. Maybe I can like make my buckler into it somehow. You know what's that one metal in fucking?
Mithril?
Is it mithril or
And
fucking
what? And what?
I don't know if it's DC or whatever. That like takes the fucking absorbs the material and shoots it fucking back at you.
Vibranium?
That's what vibranium.
Is that vibranium?
Yeah. Like but that's like kinetic energy.
Yeah.
That's like being hit. It just like.
Raph's
bounces.
gonna put fucking all this magic in his buckler and he's gonna use enlarged person. It's gonna be like the Netero bomb. Just fucking.
Trying to figure some shit out. All right.
It's alright, pal.
I'm gonna have to bribe
You know
the
what?
fucking dun DM.
I like what you're doing here. You're thinking creatively, Raph. I appreciate that.
Figure out how to fucking make a game. Yeah, you're gonna see what I'm gonna make. All right, we can go. All right, so let's go to the market if Cooper's not coming or what.
No, yeah, I'm gonna scry my girl.
And who's your girl?
Oh, Cassandra?
Yeah.
Is that her name? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, sorry, there's
She's
I
a
think 3
vampire.
D games that each have a different like an NPC named Cassandra in them. So I'm double checking that that's her name, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right.
Don't
But yeah, you
remember.
can do that.
That's so funny.
Yo, fucking being in multiple D&D
I
games
have
is a
to
real thing. You
re-prepare
be forgetting
my
names.
spells.
A dude in a
Honest to
game I was
God.
in forgot his in-game daughter's name.
It'd be
Well,
that way sometimes.
But yeah, so yeah, you can do that. It's gonna take an hour, so do you ever do the stuff first?
Yep.
Okay, so just to be sure, Brutus is going with y'all to do the stuff you're doing, and then after that he's going to
Yeah.
the Gish house. Cool. All right, so so where were you guys gonna go exactly?
I would say we start at the Smith.
Okay, cool.
I'd agree to that.
There's a smith. He's a real burly-looking lizard guy. Not as big as a. Oh yeah, by the way, it's worth noting. You guys like going around this place. It's notable that Caesar is like abnormally large. Like it's like, what the fuck is this guy on? Fucking.
He's a Spartan.
Like it's like seeing Sylvester Stallone. Not Sylvester Stallone. Arnold Schwarzenegger in a room full of like sophomores. Like the.
Whoa, he's
That's-
recording, man.
Oh my god. but yeah, yeah. So you find a smith, who's he's a lizard smith. He's kind of a burly dude, black scales, and he just sort of is just doing smith shit, doing shit with a forge, hammering away at stuff. Looks like pretty standard practice. At first glance, you see that the things he's working on seem to be normal metals. Doesn't seem to be like anything special. Like it doesn't have like that blue hue to it that the material of that circlet had. And he just like looks up to you, like clearly acknowledging that you want to say something to him, but he's not going to speak first. And he's kind of just still doing his work.
What the fuck?
I'll let you go first, Jordan.
Okay. Dordan would say, it's morning, right?
Yeah, 9 a.m.
Good morning to you, sir. I'd come to talk to you about a particular material that I believe people around here might have access to.
just like looks up to you and he just turns his head slightly.
Do I know the name of what this thing is?
Nope. We just know glows blue and conducts. Well, I don't know if they know it conducts magic well, but we know.
But you do know that the circlets that the honor guard wear, that they all wear it.
Yeah, you could use that as a talking point.
Yeah, he would say, I noticed that in many of the circlets that the honor guard around here wear, blue seems to react interestingly.
And he just looks at you and he goes, "That's crew iron."
Crew iron. I've never seen such material.
And then he just sort of like does a little like fine like ting 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 with a hammer like on a sword. Then he looks up and he goes, "Just metal."
Hmm. Is it common around here?
Common enough if you know where to look.
Would you be willing to tell me where you look?
And then he just freaking gets out a little bit more and he goes, "In the earth like anything else. Swamp though, harvesting difficult."
When he says difficult, Salttail speaks up. And what makes it so particularly difficult to mine or harvest?
And he looks at you and he goes, "Do you find it difficult to walk in the swamp?"
Not with a bit of divine magic.
And then he just keeps his eyes on Sawtail. He goes,
Oh.
Is he waiting for me to answer? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, he's waiting for you to answer. Do you find it difficult to walk in the swamp?
I find it doable.
Ah. Well, it's hard. Setting up is difficult. What is your interest?
Patron. She's quite interested in the material. Bit of a academic.
And then he just sort of turns his head sideways. He looks confused.
The material you have here is not common from where we come from. She's interested in it.
Strange. It's just metal.
Aye. Perhaps it's just metal until skill such as yours comes into contact with it.
And then he just like sort of like he just like sort of opens his mouth and his like tongue just hangs out and like it's like really long and then he just kind of like like that made him laugh.
Alright, yeah, I'm a little unsettled, but Dordan's like, yeah, all right,
it's really
okay, yeah.
it's really weird. That makes you uncomfortable. and then he just like with his tongue almost like still hanging out of his mouth. So it's like once he was made to laugh, he like can't get his face back to normal. And then he just looks at you and he goes, "Well, getting it out of the ground is hard, and working it is harder."
Do you know of
You need
anybody?
to know how to work it.
Do you know of anybody that could show us, that could guide us to this type of material? Working it, I prefer to work one step at a time. Working it will come after harvesting it.
And just to be sure, you're saying that like if someone could show you where it's located.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just says, "We have mines around, but for some reason Caesar doesn't like us sharing that. Don't know why. It's just metal, but we're not allowed. If it's forbidden. If you want to be brought to the locations and shown around or anything like that, you'll need to ask Caesar. Don't know why though. It's just metal."
I agree. Just metal.
Aye. I guess. I mean, Mike, would you be planning on like leaving after this?
Yes, I'm gonna go find these mines. I'm gonna let
so
you. I'm gonna let you ask some other people if you can get anything. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
snooping.
say to this guy as I'm walking out. I would say, well, thank you for indulging us. Pleasure. I would put my hand out.
And
Do I
then-
see anything in particular coolness in this shop? This guy got any like dragon cock fucking dangles or
Is
whatever.
that cool to you?
Yeah.
It looks like
Cool.
he's got a lot of pole arms, a lot of shields,
Any lizard
a
armor?
lot of like, yeah, but I mean their bodies are naturally hardy, so like armor for them is a lot of time just, hi, I was born with a bunch of armor on me, and I kind of just put like shoulders on and knee pads on, like
That's cool.
like that's what a lot of their like quote armor is. It's just kind of attachments.
That's cool. That's actually really cool.
They're buying the fucking he's selling the fucking Halo Infinite color packs. But yeah, when he reaches out to shake your hand, Jordan, and he just like and he's like a little bigger than you, and he just like hunches down a bit, and like squats, and he just says remember, if you want to see it, you have to talk to Caesar.
Understood, lad.
Don't go getting into any trouble.
No trouble from us. When I shake his hand, I cast guidance. Give him a little parting gift. Yeah.
Alright, he doesn't understand it necessarily, but he knows that it doesn't feel bad and seems like it's a good thing. And then he does that like thing again where like he's like laughing, but like he just kind of like opens his mouth and his like tongue just rolls out, and his breath smells really bad.
That's alright.
That's alright. As he shakes your hand, he just goes, "Steak."
Jordan. Pleasure.
And then he just like turns his head and he goes, "Hmm." And then he just kind of goes back to hitting the sword.
And he'll realize that hitting his sword, he's doing a lot better with it because he's applying a +1 to that skill check. Dude, I'm making so many friends. I'm making so many friends around here. This is great. I head out, and I would probably go to, rather than speaking to a blacksmith, I would probably go to look around at some of like the merchants and some of the markets.
Yeah, I would
see what kind of magic wares they're selling, if I can see that material present and other stuff.
I would immediately turn the corner, tell Jordan like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go find the mines. Bye.
Peace out.
You should have shook my hand.
Oh, I'll shake your hand. Guidance.
Mike.
It only lasts for like a minute. You better get there quick.
Yes.
Or Softail, before you go, I talked to you directly.
Oh, I forgot Brutus was there for that.
Yeah. I'm just listening. I'm listening. When you go there, it is only for minimal scouting. So you're not going. If you suspect that might be the mine, you see people coming in and out with shit, you know it's a mine, and you get the fuck out of there. Because the minute you see any guards, anything like that, you get the fuck out. Got it?
I look at him.
Not go in.
And
Do not go in. If you see the hole, do not go in the hole. Stay out that hole. Just know it's a hole.
I do intend on doing that. But I'm just gonna stare Brutus down for like a solid 5-6 seconds and then just go away.
Oh my god.
Making sure. Can't have you fucking.
It's very much like a cat.
It's
Like
like, oh,
when you tell a cat something, it just looks at you for a minute and then just does it anyway.
It's kind of fucking see goddamn like milk at the fucking entrance gonna go in.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't plan on going in. I just want to know, so you know, when we're done with this arc, I could just bring an army here and we could take the medal.
Yeah, I know about that.
No, oh no, I don't want
Yeah.
that. I
not-
can go get the medal if we're allowed in. I got stone shape. I'll just take the ore. We'll have a moving cart that can bring it out.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, here we go again.
It's useful.
Cruising down the...
And like, remember, so the thing is this: if Caesar does not, if this ore is not sold outside of the city, it's for a reason. So if the fucking guards have it on their armor, it's for a reason.
It's not the guards, it's
just
the ceremonial people, right? Or the fuck they are.
Yeah, so it's the fucking the material is in the armor of like a lot of different guards, but like the circlets that you guys found are only on the are only on the honor guard. But clearly they use this metal like they have access to it. But it's worth noting that there aren't a whole lot of them. Like the entirety of the lizard folk like guard quote unquote like total like the population here isn't that big. So the entirety of their guard is probably like half of the Legion's fucking. So it's like they might, to them it might be a lot, but if you guys needed a lot of it, like they might not have as much as you think as you would need. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh, they're kidding out like 200 dudes, like.
So let me make it clear. My goal. No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, for sure, for real.
I want to do, while we have time here before I'm sure some bad or good stuff happens, is to find what I believe is enough from what the Cavalier described me to get what they need. And from there, I will wait for bad or good stuff to happen, and then I will act accordingly. So I'm intelligence.
Act accordingly.
I'm intelligence gathering at the moment.
So you will know straight up that it's gonna be kind of hard to know how much of it you need, just because the well, you would have a hunch that it would be difficult to know exactly how much you need, given that the guy said it needs to be worked. And if you know anything about like ore and stuff, like you get the precious shit out of it, and then it's like worked, and then the end result is a useful material. So just looking at the ore, you might not know how much useful material you'd get out of it, given that you don't know exactly how it is like
Worked.
refined.
Okay.
But you might still get something.
How basically you need a fucking 300 fucking apples to make like 1 fucking gallon of apple juice.
Exactly, essentially, yeah.
That's a good analogy.
Like if you find if you're sneaking in the apple
I think
factory,
it
like
was.
fuck, all right, I need as many apples as I need to make a gallon of fucking of apple juice. And then you think to yourself like, damn, all right, I got like 35 apples. Surely this is enough. And then you get back home like, yo, wait, what? What do you mean? That's actually the perfect analogy. Yeah, exactly. Fucking.
All right.
And even then, that's not even knowing if the shit one will fucking work. You know, plot point probably will, but
I mean, maybe not.
and then
Maybe that's the plot.
And then what are the odds that whatever it is that Calvera thinks she's fucking with is that? Like, she could low-key be arming a fucking nuke for us we fucking know. Because she's just still testing shit out.
I don't really care what
She
she's
could be
on.
literally fucking with plutonium for all we fucking know.
That's also valid, I guess. Yeah. But point is though,
What are the odds she
with
supposed to do with that shit?
information, do you still want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so at this point we'll go to Dordan's scry. Fuck me!
Why?
God damn it!
Fucker.
Wow.
I was here first. I was here first. Ronan, thank you very much.
You put a D
Ronan.
earlier in the alphabet, so it's
He was here
intrinsically
first. He had the
instinct.
accent first.
but yeah, so
He was
Uh,
number 1.
He was number 1.
He was the moo one.
one
Who's
second.
Levy.
Who is Osric?
Long story. All right.
Osric's a stranded man. That's what he is.
after some shenanigans. Didn't you
Motherfucker's-
get unstranded?
Motherfucker's in the main character group the whole time. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
I think he got unstranded, maybe?
Oh, just hit me.
After
Ronan,
you
would
fought-
you have let Cassandra know before
What
you
was her
left
guy?
that you scrying her is something that might happen?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. So I won't have a roll of save on her or anything.
Because
But,
I left and I said, I'm entrusting you to do so and so.
Okay. So you scry her, and you see that through your little scry sensor that she's in your like estate, right? Like you like I imagine you've been like getting it built up or whatever, like et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And you see that she is sort of setting a table, like to me, like she made some food and she's setting a table, putting like a goblet out and shit, filling it with some wine or whatever. And then after a bit, you see her sit down, and you see that there's someone sitting across the table from her who also has a plate of food and a goblet and is drinking out of it. And you recognize it as Penelope, Conrad's sister. And
Yo, what?
and you just sort of see them going back and forth about like it's like they're shooting the shit as if they're not two vampires sitting in a house fucking eating food. Fucking like, oh, weather's been great, haha, jokes about the sun and shit.
Jokes about the sun and shit.
And based on like the context of their conversation, you get the idea that Penelope's the one who turned her. Like there's a lot of back and forths about like thanks for the services and stuff like that. And she's like, no problem, like, things like that. And she talks to she's kind of talking to Penelope about like, you know, coexisting with people and, you know, not fucking being assholes and eating people and shit like that. You know, the sort of thing you sort of tasked her with somewhat. And Cassandra mentions that there are, like, you know, among our kind, there are those who would, you know, they're ne'er-do-wells, and that they kind of should be dealt with. And Penelope seems to agree with that. And by the end of their conversation, you sort of see that Cassandra and Penelope sort of agree that they're going to try to, like, get the sort of lower level, like, rogue vampires who are just kind of making a bad name for them out of the picture. Just kind of getting an investigation. And Penelope's helping.
Oh man, I don't like that. I don't like this at all.
You can roll a sense motive on, like, Penelope, you see her.
Yeah, I'll do the sense mode. I gotta get at my character sheet first time all night. These two.
Damn, they're creating the fucking Volturi, bro.
I'm sorry, who's creating the Volturi?
Fucking Penelope, dude.
Yeah, learning Magic's story right now through Luciano putting
Yeah.
shit in the
Damn,
chat.
Embers
So
got
funny.
And who's that girl, please?
Oh my god.
Which girl?
What girl?
The one that Caleb just said.
Penelope's the bitch
Yeah.
that we found on the road that we were scared of.
You were scared of?
Oh, you.
What am I rolling again?
Yo, Alex, I got your
roll
song playing
a
right
sense
now.
motive.
Wait, right?
I got
It's the
one of your
same
songs
right?
playing
Oh,
right
nice.
See if Penelope.
Yeah,
like,
it's the
how much of
vampire
Penelope's
girl
being
from
legit.
Calamont.
Yeah.
16 plus 12.
Damn,
Wait.
okay, that's really high.
Vampire-
Alright,
wait.
She's the sister of the vampire dude that we ran into of the 4
She's the sister
fucking
of
bandit
Conrad?
leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
she's Conrad's
okay.
sister. She's
And
from
why-
Calamont. We ran into her. She fucking
And-
hates Coop's family for some reason.
And Inji
For
rizzed
some
her
reason,
up.
my family.
And she rizzed her.
Well, you guys know
Wait.
why they
That's
hate
true.
fucking they hate Coop's family because the head of his family back in the days would turn them into vampires. This would turn them into vampires.
Okay.
It's fair.
Now, I have a question. Why is Cooper scarring the bitch?
I just want to see what his wife was up to.
Oh, so he's scarring his.
She was doing the job that he set her out to do.
Conrad's
Which
sister
was-
is with
the
Coop's
job-
wife right now.
The job I had set her out to do, still not to anyone's knowledge, was to find the other vampires that are hiding in my domain and try to negotiate with them and recruit them, more or less.
And
gonna
she's
make a fucking-
essentially
okay.
he's essentially described that she's had a whole conversation with Penelope, who is a significantly stronger vampire than her. Like, let's hunt down these ne'er-do-wells, give them the terms, kill them if they don't agree with it. Because they
Does
can't
she
be
know
out here
I'm
making
trying to
us look
scry her?
I guess I'll have her, like, she yeah, wait, hold on, let me actually,
Is
And just to
Ronan a
confirm-
vampire?
no.
No.
And
No,
just to
Ronan
confirm,
does not want to become a vampire.
is this
Okay,
Jamel,
yes, so,
in your
so,
world's lore, is it kind of like every other vampire lore? Where it's like the older you are, the stronger you are.
I mean, that just makes sense, so probably.
Theoretically, the older you are, the more you fought.
No,
Yeah.
no, not like that. Cause like there's literally like
it's not
just-
like Vamps where it's a literal fucking power scaling where every year you stay a vampire, you're just instantly more powerful. I don't know. I think so.
I call them
probably.
vampires because they're bisexual.
I guess. Regardless of
What?
why, generally the older they are, the stronger they tend to be.
General.
That's the answer to the question.
That's a
General.
Metal Gear Solid 2 thing.
But yeah, so rolled it. Cassandra knows that you're scrying her, and she notices, but she doesn't like mention it or say anything. She figures you're doing it for a reason. So you essentially, she knows that during that entire conversation that you have full like that you're watching. And with your sense motive, you get the vibe that Penelope doesn't seem to really care what bad vampires are doing, or if they're making bad names for whoever. She just kind of like enjoys the opportunity to hunt and kill and have a reason to kill shit. So she's kind of like agreeing to these terms, like just so she can kill some shit. And it doesn't seem like Cassandra's picking up on that. She thinks that she actually wants to help.
Do some stupid shit to make me abandon my fucking estate, aren't you, Jamel? I mean,
And then,
Cassandra.
and then Penelope starts talking about really being into that monkey guy. Wherever did he go?
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely just trying to get myself heard at this point.
Okay, like you're trying to say something to her?
Yeah. Get her to go to
Okay.
another room or some shit. My
Okay,
love?
go for it.
Please? Go for what? Hello?
And then she's so I am going to message talks to a person. So I'm gonna So you could probably transmit the message to her without Penelope hearing. But so Cassandra kind of just like stops mid conversation, and she just says, oh, I'm gonna go and then she just kind of smiles. She goes, I'll be back. And then Penelope kind of just leans back and she goes, why? And then Cassandra's just like, oh, I have to go check on something that my husband left behind, just to make sure things are in order. Something I procrastinated. It should have been done earlier. And then Penelope just sort of looks at her, bites her lip, and just leans back in the chair, and she says, do come back quickly. I wasn't done talking. And she looks really like miffed.
The fuck? Good word.
But then Cassandra just goes back to she just goes upstairs into y'all's bedroom, and she just closes the double doors, just locks it, and then she just leans against the wall, puts her head against the wall and looks toward the ground, and she just goes, "What is it, darling?"
What are you doing? Having dinner with her? Does she know who we are? Do you know who she is?
Well, that's all been explained to me. But she's quite polite, and she's willing to help.
Explained by who?
Well, I went over there when they made me what I am. They tend to they talk and rave a lot. They like being heard and listened to.
Huh? Ronan, when he slowly realizes that this is what he's been doing to her the whole time.
But and she's just like, I assure you, darling, they the disdain that they hold for your line does not extend to you. They know that you're different. You are not your ancestor.
Hmm?
But
You are
she's quite
so gonna
capable,
die.
Penelope. She'll be useful. She'll help me do what you asked.
So then I'll take it that you weren't able to negotiate with these ne'er-do-wells?
I'll be honest, darling, I've been struggling to locate them. That's also what she's going to help me with.
Does she know that you are supposed to be negotiating, not killing?
Yeah, she does. I made that very clear. That we'll only be killing ones that, aren't capable of being negotiated with. I know I'm lovely and all, but they are still vampires.
Hmm?
What the fuck?
Do I know that she knew? That Penelope knew that I was scrying?
No, Penelope doesn't know you were scrying.
Oh,
Penelope's just like,
Oh, I
why the
see.
fuck did she get up and leave? Like, she's confused.
I'm sorry.
so there's
My,
a call or something.
What?
why is your eBay all video game and Magic the Gathering and then Taco Bell sauces?
What?
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, look at that.
Bug.
But yeah, so she explains that to you.
I see.
But she's definitely let some shit out of the bag that you probably didn't want her to talk about, but to be, it'd go like that.
Well,
She
if
seems
that's
to, she seems to think this is a good idea, and that like it'll help make your land better. And then at one point she's just like, darling, did I do something wrong?
No, I'm just worried these old creatures like to live in the past. I may be good with. Well, I had a. No, hang on. I had a. Some would say a falling out with. Her brother. So I am very wary of any ill will that may fall upon you, my love.
Should I tell her to leave? Should I call it off?
No. She would know something is up. Please just work with her and do what you must to stay alive. Burn the estates, though, if anything goes awry.
Okay, and then, as she's responding to that, she just looks toward the door. Like, she just looks toward the door, and she, like, fucking sprints toward it. Unlocks it, and goes downstairs, and she looks exasperated, she looks horrified. And she's just running down the stairs, and she just stops at the edge of the stairs, and then she just looks forward. Then you only see her at this point just because of the range of it, so you don't see what she's looking at. But she's just sort of like, what's going on down here? And then you just hear Penelope's voice, and she's like, oh, nothing. Just me and the little tyke were having a bit of fun, isn't that right? And then you just hear like a sort of childlike voice of like a little boy, just sort of just like, yeah, she's fun. And then you just hear giggling and laughing, and Cassandra just smiles, and she's like just panting, and she looks horrified. And then she just sort of like says under her breath, can we be done here?
I click. If she was, yeah, I just click it. I have the call.
You get the vibe that Penelope was playing with her kid, and she didn't like that.
Oh dear. Oh, fucking Jamal, you fucking wrathful god, you fucking.
What did I do?
Steel City Duster MF.
Do you think you were gonna build a whole home over there without some shit going down? Your wife's a vampire.
But yeah, so that's that. Softail, roll me like geography, perception, something like that.
Do I have?
If you roll geography, you get it faster.
I have religion and I have
guidance.
history.
Remember-
Does history help?
No.
So perception?
Survival?
So perception.
Survive? No, we're gonna go with perception. Perception's far higher. Come on. I got fucked all last week with my rolls. Give me something. Oh yeah, I have +1. Fuck, I'll use the +1.
How long does guidance last?
Oh my god, 19. Fuck.
Well,
man.
I think it only lasts for a minute.
Okay, yeah, you do not have guidance, but
Damn.
all right.
18.
So
Only 18.
you are
Lost.
moving around. Yeah. I was like, you're moving through this swamp, like the vicinity, for a few hours, and fucking clearing areas that you think these mines might be located, and you do not find.
Can I take
You do not
20?
find fucking. That would probably take the rest of the day.
That's fine. Okay, I had
That's
nothing
okay?
else to do.
All right, so you take the rest of the day to just scour the swamp inch by motherfucking inch. And I want you to roll me a D100.
Oh boy. Hold on, let me open up the Halo campaign. Let's roll D1. 73.
Okay, cool. During your thorough nose to the ground recon of of most of the surrounding swamp, you run into a couple situations where you think you might run into like some trouble, or like some get caught in the crossfire or something, but you manage to just narrowly avoid those things, move around them, and then you just logically conclude that, well, if there's trouble here, that's probably not where they have the mine. And then every time that happens, you're like, okay, I'm probably going the wrong way. After about like 5 or 6 hours, you come across a sort of location that's sort of like a small clearing in a deeply wooded area where the mud is like up to your like more than half, like it's like up to like just below your knee. And you see that there's sort of like a and what appears to be like an entrance to a mine, you know, like clear, like clean cut stone.
Yeah.
And you see that, and you see that in the front of it are and it's like a camp, like there's like stuff set up around it, things like that. Looks like a mining camp. You see that there is a single one of like the what appears to be one of the honor guard here, and like 4 or 5 of the normal the normal guards. And then moving in and out at a relatively slow pace, like every now and then 30 minutes, 40 minutes, someone comes in, someone goes out, someone goes through 10, someone goes out. You see that there are just normal lizards who seem to like really not be dressed in much. They but their forearms, they look like they have like these gauntlets that are like made out of like this really like crude hard material that sort of like is like around their fingers and stuff, and it has like really like big like claws attached to it. And based on like the sediment that's like sort of on the outside of it, you see that they're probably mining with these. But what you don't see is like a stockpile of like ore or anything. Like you see them like they leave the mine to like swap shifts and stuff and rest. Like you see some of them just lying around, just like getting their rest and stuff, eating food. But you don't see like the material outside of mine.
Does this? So what time is it now? After I found this mine,
it's probably like nighttime.
Does this mine show any signs of slowing down?
It looks like they kind of sleep here. They eat here and they work. They all seem content with it.
Sick and tired of these motherfuckers being content. Why can't everyone be like, yo, bro, when am I gonna get a break?
They're very content with it.
Do I have a potion of invisibility? I have a +1 pistol. That's nice. Wando sleep. Oh, what does sleep do?
Puts people to sleep. Probably useless at this
How
level.
long does sleep last?
A while, but again, it's on a wand. It's probably a really easy save.
Yeah, I do not have a potion of invisibility, unfortunately.
If you planned on sneaking into this place, I can.
Mike,
say
what
that you
the
bought
fuck did I tell you?
Hey, listen, it's still scouting if I'm invisible.
Hold on, let me roll a D100 to see if they would have had one in stock. All right,
You have a wizard of invisibility.
that would have been high. So.
Alex, you're right, dude. Talking to a cat's the hardest thing in the
So
fucking
you would
world.
not have been able to buy a
Yeah,
potion
absolutely.
of invisibility. They just wouldn't have had one.
Rip.
Stealth isn't their strong suit. They didn't seem to care about it. Not something they had prepped.
Big
But
sad.
But they would tell you like at the alchemist or whatever that like they can make one for you. It just take some time. You could essentially order one. Amazon Prime.
Next day shipping.
When would I get it?
Like a day and a half.
Uh,
It would be past the date of the of when you're going to be talking.
yeah, it's not worth it then. Alright, I'll follow Brutus's advice and not go into the mine, because apparently these motherfuckers don't sleep. And I'll go.
No, like they're on shifts. Like a lot of them are sleeping at any given time of the day. Just on.
Fire guard, Mike. Fire guard.
Oh, they're on fire guard. Oh no. You poor
Yeah.
bastards. Can I get a metagame out of character what Eliana has done with the weird looking plant I have in my inventory?
Nope. You're gonna have to go back and see what's up. See what she's
Oh,
done with it.
I hope it's nothing. Alright, well I'm gonna head back.
Okay, cool. So you head back. During that entire like 5-6 hour period, during like that goes from like 12 to like 8 p.m. Would anyone have done anything else? I know what Brutus is doing. You can do that. Does anyone do anything else? Does anything else matter? Bo.
I mean,
Does
one
Brutus
thing
not
matters.
run
Going
into
out.
the
Did I find
Wait,
anything
hold
else
on. I feel
from
like there's
any more
opportunity there. Brutus, did you look
merchants?
for what I told you about? Well, you were there?
No, that's what I was saying. I'm gonna go do that, but he wants to know if anybody else doing any other shit before I go do that.
Oh, I thought
Precisely.
he said you did what you did. My bad.
No, yeah, he's doing what he's doing. Does anyone else do anything? Or wants
Did I
to?
find anything else out from other merchants that I went to talk to?
Roll me a diplomacy to gather information.
You got it.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Ain't nothing but a. Dog.
Can I give myself guidance?
Sure.
Okay.
Someone's be like, hey, why are you glowing while you're talking to me? No, I'm kidding.
24.
24. 24. 1 moment. Okay, so yeah. So, and you're just asking them about this material.
Yeah.
So, most people, like, people generally give you the idea that, what's it called? That, again, it's just metal, nothing special, just, what they decide to use to make armor out of, blah, 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 blah. And, but someone, I'll say you catch someone from the arcane sect, who would tell you that, but it seems like they would tell you the same thing, like, just metal, it is what it is. But they seem like they have more information, and you can roll me a diplomacy to try to get that information out of them.
Okay.
They seem to be unwilling to share it.
Damn. Well, this one was worse. I got 14.
Oh, okay. With a 14, they you're like, oh, come on, can you just give me a little bit more information? Like, what does it do really? Like, you seem to know more than you're letting on, and they just shake their head and they just say, it is forbidden. But you do have the information that members of the arcane sect seem to be more in tune as to what the fuck that shit actually is than the popular sect is normally.
Alright, that's fine.
Alright, Brutus at the brothel. Are you doing anything other than what people do at brothels?
Motherfucker, I am Littlefinger in this brothel.
No, you're not.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. But
would this be a place that Brutus would have frequented when he was here before?
Let's just say Brutus probably went here once.
Okay, like once? Okay, so then like...
Let's just say he came here once, and he was so good at what he did, he wasn't charged any money.
That's not how it works.
You're not Paul-Jerk, bro.
This place is very, like...
someone got the reference.
It's very
You're not that guy,
militaristic.
pal.
I do what he did. Okay. Yeah, it's very militaristic. People don't get to just go fucking... this one's on the house. Nothing's on the house. Fucking...
I know.
You know what's on the house? The roof.
Probably, no offense, besides Caesar, I'm probably like, with the gold I don't spend, I'm probably the second richest nigga in this whole fucking city.
I mean, yeah, you might, you probably.
I got bands to my name, brother.
Most of these people are working for the sake, like, for the purpose of the place. Fucking, their wages probably aren't amazing, but yeah. So you go in. There's a, it's a standard shit. There's a desk. There's a counter. There's someone who works the counter. You walk up to them. You tell them what you like. You look around. You spectate. You go into a room. It's like sort of a big room. People do drugs and shit. And then people do what they do. It's kind of standard shit. So what do you want to do?
I want to, I guess does what's it called? Does this place have a
No, get down.
whatchamacallit, a... Oh wait, give me a second, fuck. Wait, give me a second.
Raph has to take the most poorly timed shit known to man.
No, sorry, my mom asking me,
Clear clothes.
mom asking me something.
What's in there?
Let's see, what was I gonna say? So yeah, I'm assuming this whorehouse has like a, or I'm sorry, the brothel has like a manager, correct?
Oh yeah. That's who's behind the counter.
We call that a pimp.
No, you know how like the madame, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's notable that
The bottom bitch.
Like the female lizards that have like the rattlesnake tails that like the mother at the temple was the person who runs the brothel is the same race. It's like the same archetype. She kind of talks with a lisp, and she has a fucking motherfucking rattlesnake tail that she shakes ominously. Sexual.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
she has like you remember how when you were at the temple where like they raised the babies, how the person who ran that shit was like referred to as like a mother and has like a rattlesnake tail and kind of like is like sort of hunched over like serpent like hag type thing. The person who runs this place is like the same type of person.
Okay. Well, that means she's probably just fucking straight to fucking business. Though, so I basically ask, I looking for the services of Evelyn.
Whoa. Evelyn is. You got the name wrong. Evelyn
I'm sorry,
is,
not Geshalale.
So. So the quote whores are called Ishale, and there are a lot of different ones.
Oh fuck! All right. Okay. Now, usually, like I know down south, they have this thing where like they kind of give you a showing of like all the options you want, and you get to pick.
All right.
Wait, where? Particularly where? I need to see this. I need to put a stop to it.
Southern states. But I basically want them lined up.
Okay, she would explain to you that, like, you probably know this, but you kind of just, it's kind of one of those things where they're always on display, and you kind of just go into, like, the main room, instead of, like, a smoke room, where they have, like, this incense lit that seems to have, like, this heightening effect, and, it's just this open room, and they're just kind of standing or sitting around, and you kind of just go in, make eye contact, and then they do their job. Like, so,
Okay.
So she explains to you, like, if you want to look around, you can just walk in the next room.
Okay, so can I? All right, so I go to the next room.
Okay. So what you see obviously is there's probably like 16, 20 of them who seem to be working at this time. A lot of them are just like sitting around. It seems like other obviously the main people partaking in this are other wizards who seem to have other jobs. I mean it's exactly what you're imagining. But
All right.
one of the most of the acts tend to seem to go down in like the literal open room, and then there are some private rooms, but it seems like none of them really care for privacy. So those rooms seem to be mainly vacant. But they seem to be there as like a formality. You'd imagine probably like in case they ever have like visitors who like aren't of their culture who care about that. It's kind of built in for that.
You saying we lizard folks are a bunch of orgy hungry motherfuckers? No, I'm kidding.
It seems like that's what's going down. But
I know we are.
and what you notice is that as you walk into this room, you see this like sort of really like large, like muscular-looking lizard, just probably a little smaller than you, who's just walking like sort of toward where you came from, and is just holding Evelyn in his arms, like firefighter style, like she's like arms around his neck, she's just like holding him, or he's just like holding her, and then she looks completely out of it. And,
wait. Like a firefighter? What do you mean by that?
Like where you pick what's the word for that? Where you pick somebody up.
A fireman carry?
Yeah. Where like your left arm is like under their legs and your right arm's like under their on their back, and then they usually like hold your neck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, fireman carry.
Okay.
Oh, that is what that's called? Okay, yeah. But yeah. So he's holding her like that, and he's just walking her out of this room, and then she sees you, and then she's like, wait, stop, hold up, and then she just looks to you, and she puts an arm on your shoulder. She goes, "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing? What are you doing here?
And then she looks at you, and then she just smiles, and she literally looks so fucking like high or something, and she's like, "Oh, you filling out an application?"
Yes. I'll have fun.
And she just looks like she's like super fucking like. She's just like giggling at that, and then you just make eye contact with the dude, and he just shakes his head, and then he just fucking takes her back outside, fucking, and he's just like, okay. But
So wait,
but yeah.
he took her outside?
So like you were in like a lobby area, and he looks like he was taking her to like the lobby.
So
Like,
probably.
he's like, all right, get the fuck out.
Like she's done for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's being kicked out of the bar.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Can't be going around asking for free drinks.
But other than that, there's a bunch of people around that if you want to ask questions, you can ask questions.
Now,
Questions only.
First, in society, is this strictly like male, female, or do I see here people doing gay shit?
There are people doing everything.
Got it. Okay, first.
How many
It
nipples
doesn't,
they
it
got?
doesn't seem to matter to them really.
Okay, that's the first thing I want to know. Second of all, can I use perception to pick out, I guess, maybe notice if one of the Geshale, I guess, is being avoided?
Avoided?
Yeah. Like, everyone notices it, but, like, you're not going towards it out of fear.
Yeah,
Or
no. None of them
no?
seem to be giving that vibe.
No, I don't go. Okay. Now, guess I'm gonna have to fucking hard break this shit. Alright, I get the nearest fucking hookers, and to avoid, even though, well, actually, nah.
It's better be that scene from Cyberpunk, but just talk about your feelings.
Nah, not that. Even though, like, might be seem weird because I'm a lizard folk bringing her to a private place.
Yeah, that's definitely like they like
Gonna stand out.
Wait, yeah, well, it's Cyberpunk. Do you grab a male or a female? Angel or Sky, dog?
I'm gonna start with a male first.
Okay, cool. So,
What?
I don't know.
just-
Brutus swung that way.
The male just acknowledges your request,
Interesting.
and just looks a little like confused at first, but then takes you to a private room,
I'm not fucking
and
him.
then, and then just says like, what'll it be?
A moment of your time.
Obviously.
Man said you
No.
were too pumped up.
I want to hire your service for some information.
No, he just looks at you and just goes, information? What kind? And he's obviously speaking to you in your tongue.
I wanted to know if he's knows of a certain Geshale here that might have strong ties with the palace.
With the palace? With the king?
Let's say that.
You speak of Shiva.
Now, is that known here to everybody? Or,
Yes, quite well known.
and why does the king pick her?
That is unknown. The king likes what he likes. I personally think there were better choices, but I am not king.
Okay. Is Shiva here?
No, she's here infrequently. The
You happen to know.
The king typically keeps her to himself.
Do you know of any consistent days when she might be here?
If she is ever here, that is an abnormality. She typically resides within the palace.
Is there a specific room in the palace? Like his chambers? Maybe?
As far as I'm aware, she's typically by his side.
By his side. Okay.
And you've like seen Caesar before, like a long time ago, Brutus, and you don't remember seeing anyone by his side who fits this description. You saw him like once, I believe, and you didn't see anyone else with him. It was kind of just him, his guard, and guys. So
And
it
now
seems like
the
it's a somewhat newer development.
Is this she? Is she male or female?
It's a female.
Alright, alright. I kind of asked for more details of what she looks like.
And it sort of just described to you that this dude seems to be very unimpressed with her. He said that she just looks like everyone else, but she's sort of adorned in fine robes and medals, given her position as, well, the king's whore.
Nice.
Is there anything else that might stand out? Like, I don't know, the color of a scale or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
You say that she has a grayish hue to her, and for a female, she seems like relatively masculine.
Okay. All right.
Like her build is like stockier and slightly larger than females typically are.
This guy's trying to breed for mass or max
Okay.
max offspring.
Based on the information I'm gathering, probably no shaman to find her here today, and nothing else.
It pretty much tells you that she's typically just in the palace.
Okay.
And if she's ever there, it's probably like she was there to get something or talk to someone, but she doesn't ever come back here for the most part.
Have you ever seen her in the streets? You know what? Not in the streets.
Yeah, I
you
know
know
what
what
you
I
meant.
mean?
I know what you meant. Yeah. And he goes, well, she has needs like anyone else. I've seen her at shops before. What exactly is your concern with Shiva?
I work as a part of a consulting security firm. We're trying to pinpoint potential
Turns his head
weaknesses of the
sideways.
thing.
And then he just goes, and you find Shiva to be a weakness?
Potentially.
As do I. If there's anything I can do to help you in that regard, do let me know. That is a commonly held opinion around here that do not bring this out of this room, but she seems to be clouding his judgment.
Which?
Have you noticed a change in his judgment since he started, I don't know, requesting her services?
He's just appeared to be more amicable.
Alex, translation.
Amicable
With,
means friendly.
Seems
The
to be
fuck was
more
he like
amicable-
before? Jesus.
Amicable with outsiders than he is typically. And more, well, wrathful toward anyone else. But again, that does not leave this room. I love my king and I will serve him always.
Cracking. The loyalty here stems all the way to the whores. Alright, I don't say that too heavy noise in my head.
Mhm.
Then the last question I ask him is, if you believe that she wasn't, a standout, who do you think is the most standout person here, or the most standout, I guess female here?
And he just, he looks to you, and he says, that would be ill of me to say. It is not for me to say. And if you want him to essentially give you the recommendation, you gotta make me a diplomacy check. He seems like he's a sort of averse to talking shit. He doesn't wanna get in any trouble with anybody.
Give me a second. Where the fuck is my?
Boy, he likes to talk a little bit shady. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
seems like I've divaed a little bit more than I wanted to diva today.
Not in a bad way. You know what I mean? I'm saying it in a way of like a recommendation.
Okay, yeah. So, roll me a diplomacy check anyway.
Where is that at?
It's in your
Ability
skills.
skills.
Should be toward the top. You're probably pretty bad at it, but
Probably.
it's not super hard.
Diplomacy, -2. Nice.
Nice.
8.
Nice 8.
Okay. So, he sort of gives you 3 or 4 names, and he says they're all of similar ability. You will enjoy any of them. And he seems you clearly see that like he obviously had an opinion of one of those 4, but he kind of threw them all in together because he's being a pussy. He doesn't want to like give you a direct recommendation because he doesn't want to be on record as to saying that a single individual person is better at their job than Shiva is.
Well,
He thinks that might get him in a lot of trouble if it gets out.
okay. Now, I tell him this last part's not who do you prefer would be with the king instead. More of where should I spend my hard-earned dollar today?
And he just just tells you, like, on any of the 4 I just gave you. He's being very defensive here.
Got it. All right. Understood, mate. Here's
Like you get the vibe that like he doesn't really trust you, and if he doesn't trust you to be smart about it, and if you just walked up to this person and said, "Yo, I hear you got it nicer than Shiva do. So and so told me that could be his life." So he doesn't trust you. He doesn't know you. He's like, "Yeah, you know, spitball."
I'm gonna respect that.
Yeah.
What's the price here for goods and services?
Goods and services. Probably not like insane amounts. Probably like 10 gold.
10 gold.
Any
All right.
interaction.
I give him 15 gold, and then I tell him to call the 4 girls into my room.
Into this room.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks at you and he just says, "You intend on all of them."
What the fuck you think?
And he just looks at you and he goes, "It's gonna be a bit more than this. That'd run you about 50.
Oh no, this 15 is just for talking to you.
Alright. Yeah, he's like, "Shit, bag's a bag," puts it away. Fucking, he's like, "I didn't have to do any work." And fucking, he says that, that getting, like, you know, they work often, so getting, like, all 4 of them together at the same time would probably be pretty difficult, and that you'd probably need to schedule that at the front desk. So you could probably schedule that to happen in the next, like, tomorrow.
Demand otherwise.
All right. Thank you for the knowledge.
He seems like in awe at your tenacity. No one ever really does that.
What? Just
Walks in and says, "Yo, give me 4 of them." Fucking.
try. You don't know Brutus.
Man got 2 dicks.
But,
Wait, what?
Double dicker.
but yeah, so is that it though?
I guess for now, yeah. If anything, I get his name. What's his name?
This guy's name?
Yeah. Horde number 1, or you haven't written it down yet?
No, his name is Khan.
Khan?
Yes.
Alright. I say it was Khan contact info, and I tell him,
Contact info.
tell him if his services are needed, I'll let him know again.
Alright. Cool.
And then I go to the front desk and make an appointment for 4 hookers.
Alright, so the lady tells you, you know, she says she's gonna be like 50, 60 gold. And you can
Where's my money at?
she'll block out an hour of time for you to be with them
Make it 2.
tomorrow. Did you say make it what?
No, I'm kidding. I was gonna say make it 2 hours.
Can you imagine?
Where do I keep my fucking? Where's the money at? The fucking thing. How do I know how much money I have?
It's in your the items part of your sheet or whatever. You have a lot that you haven't spent. You have like 25k or something.
Cool. Man, this is fucking nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of a pittance.
Well, just in case, I put my down deposit down to ensure the payment. You know, so I know I'm trustworthy. And
yeah. Sure. So you do that, and tomorrow at like 4:30, you have that appointment. You have 4:30 to 5:30 blocked out with 4 of these people whose names I will get you when that matters. So I don't have their names.
I know.
But yeah. So that's that. You get that information.
But then I guess as I'm walking out, can I spot the Evelyn chick?
Oh yeah. So Evelyn's just kind of like so I say like your conversation with Khan took like 15-20 minutes, and Evelyn is just kind of like when you get back in the lobby, she's just kind of like sitting on a couch with like some water, and she's just drinking
She's
this
still
water.
high
And
as
she's
balls
sweating.
or no?
Yeah, like she seems like she's tweaking out a bit, and then she sees you. She just sort of looks up, raises her water to you, squints, and then she just like looks you up and down, shakes her head, and then just like hangs her head again.
I'd take her with me. Bring her back to. What's the least fucking sus way?
I mean, you could say, "Hey, we should get out of here," with words like a normal person.
All right, then yeah. We need
He's
a
a lizard.
I basically tell her we got a situation. We got to move out of here, like now. Can I give her something like snack? Can I give her like I don't know, like a fucking, I don't know, something that I might have to fucking.
Piece of jerky or something, sure.
He was gonna say Snickers. You know he was gonna
And
say
then
Snickers.
she stands up and she just finishes the rest of her water, and she sets the glass on the couch, and then she just looks at you and she just goes, "How'd the application go?"
Unqualified.
And then she just says, "Fucking pity." All right, let's get out of here.
Oh wait, did I say unqualified? I'm sorry, I meant overly qualified.
That makes her laugh. That makes her laugh a lot. Well, then she just says, "Yeah, let's Delta."
Oh, nice.
Alright, let's Charlie Mike.
All right, so you guys leave, head back to home base. It is like very late at this point. Did I miss anyone or anything anyone wanted to do before we get to the main stuff?
Oh, that's not even the main stuff yet?
No. The main
Sheesh.
stuff is the meeting with Caesar, believe it or
Bro, you went to
Yeah,
a whorehouse.
what
You
hap-
thought
what
that was
happened?
the
You
main
thought that was
mission?
the main
So wait.
stuff.
Wait, what happened to the? It might take an hour.
not. You guys did.
You the fuck?
You just spent 35 minutes talking to prostitutes.
Motherfucker, it's called legal research.
All right, but yeah, but that should not take long. But
Wait, is the Caesar talk tomorrow? Tomorrow?
yeah, it's the next day, like in the morning.
In the morning?
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit, I almost got 30 grand. Whoosh.
Yeah. You're really rich.
Now, before the morning, I kind of do a quick
This nigga doing more shit. What else you doing?
shit. I kind of do a quick walk by the market and see if I can spot who I'm looking for.
You're talking about Shiva?
Yeah.
Only perception.
Now, where's that? Back in skills. Now, scroll down if you don't freeze on me.
Raph, are you trying to fuck the king's girl?
No.
Okay. Because that's
He's
what
not.
I thought you were trying to
That's
do.
what I would be doing if I were in this game.
That's exactly what I thought you were trying to do this whole time. And I was like,
I'm
that's
just saying-
such a power play.
I wouldn't say fuck. Let's just say I
A
have
romancer?
I have many potential points into potentially solving my problem in this kingdom.
Listen, I'm with it. I'm with it. I just wanted to know for clarity's sake.
Like, I don't know if I should tell y'all my plan.
You don't have to tell Dorden. I want
But
it.
well, the
Me,
20
your friend.
died. You're in the market. It's late. It's nighttime. It's like 2 a.m. or something, and you see that most of the markets are closed. There isn't a whole lot of foot traffic, but there is some. And you notice a sort of like larger, sort of stockier lizard that has like sort of a cloak over their head, like covering most of their body, and they kind of just walk to a like a shop that sells like food or something, and yeah, food, like street food or something that seems to be open late, and they exchange some money and they get like some sort of kebab thing, and they just sort of start nomming on it. Ew. But you notice that
No.
yeah, but you notice that the main thing that you notice is that the sort of robe and like jewelry sort of description that you got, like sort of as this figure steps away from the stand, like then the cloak shifts. You just sort of get a view of their arm, and it seems to be like their arm is adorned in very nice jewelry,
Potentially describe my...
bracelets and rings that sort of match that description.
Okay, good question. As I'm also looking for, because, you know, with a pretty high roll like that, do I also notice if
I'll tell you
she...
what's a high roll.
Do I also notice if she's, I guess, being followed or guarded by other people?
Guarded doesn't seem like it.
Is she being followed?
From it doesn't seem like she's being followed or guarded from what you can see right now.
Alright, I make my way, and
But
You know
she
that
does
one-
like take her thing and immediately start walking back toward the palace, though.
I do a hasty walk, where, I'm assuming if it's nighttime, we got back to the place I dropped off Evelyn, and I'm back in the market. Okay.
So Sawtail's giving her a mouthful right now, probably. something like that.
So,
Wait, what?
you know that
Under a
one
mouthful,
meme?
What?
You know
No,
that
was a
one
joke,
meme?
Oh.
Brutus walks Evelyn back into the fucking inn, and she's like fucking like high off fumes, fucking just like giggling and shit. Fucking, but
Let's say,
Okay,
whatever.
you know,
mouthful
you know
of
that
shit.
one
Yeah,
meme
it's
of
true.
the guy walking away with the fat ass?
No.
What?
Interesting.
But
Alex,
Very
have you seen the
interesting.
meme?
What meme?
Why you call out Alex?
Wait, maybe he knows this. You know the meme of the guy that was walking away and like it looks like he has a fat butt and like the people in the back are like staring at him and shit.
What?
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
you want? Yeah, we'll get my reference.
You're gonna have to send us that one, but
I'll find the
what is
meme.
Brutus actually doing?
Brutus is walking at a hasty meme-like pace to catch up. You know,
Okay.
trying to be discreet, but at the same time, me being me, I'm walking like a pimp. So
Okay. So you catch you're walking a bit faster. Are you trying not to be heard?
yeah, for
Okay,
now
roll me
until
stealth.
until I get to a certain distance. Oh fuck! You what? 15. All right.
Well, I rolled a 15
Okay.
on the
What is
d20.
stealth? I'm gonna fucking bomb this shit. Wait, I have 1 point in it. Money.
Okay. So you're following this person, and they get to sort of like there's like a solid, decent amount of distance between the market area and like the palace. The base of the temple has like 2 of the honor guard at it at pretty much all times. So you're solid like 200 feet from that point, and the figure just sort of stops and turns to you and just looks at you. Just says, "Why are you following me?" And then just takes a comical, slow bite out of the kebab.
I was hungry. That must something good.
You're from here. You know what it is.
I wouldn't say I'm from here.
And then she looks you up and down. She is, and she just sort of fixes her posture and she says, "I wouldn't say you're from here either."
What is your name?
I think you already know my name, don't you?
Sheesh. All right.
Why are you following me? Another comical, slow, like just bite, like eyes squinted, locked to yours, slow bite out of the kebab.
Let's just say I was curious.
Curious. Curiosity gets you killed around here, you know.
I'm not afraid of death.
And when you say you're not afraid of death, just another bite out of the kebab. But this time, like, she just like hangs her teeth on like at this point, it's one that's like a decent ways down the stick, and she just like slowly puts it into her mouth, takes like just sort of tethers her teeth to the meat and just slides it off slowly. And she just goes, "Then what are you afraid of?"
The things that I can do if I don't get what I want.
And she just kind of walks up to you and just sort of like, and again, this is like a relatively large lizard for a female, like about your size. And she just sort of leans forward and just like puts her like mouth to your ear and she goes, "And what is it that you want?"
To see why the king wants you.
And then she just sort of like snickers and just takes a few steps back. At this point, takes the last piece of meat out of off this stick very quickly, drops the stick, and while chewing, just sort of goes, "Well, that's something you would only know if you experienced it."
Well,
Are you
I'm
in the
very
market for
curious.
an experience? Do you want that which your kin covet, but cannot have?
Yeah. I'm a man
And then,
that wants only but the best.
and then she just sort of looks to you and just like smiles. And I want you to make me a diplomacy check.
Motherfucker. But you can't have no retard talk. Come on, everybody. I need you to.
Come on!
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Oh!
Oh,
Alright, so
no.
you're stumbling over your words a bit, trying to Rizz her up, and
Wait,
she
wait,
just
wait.
sort of go on.
Wait. I actually have something I can do.
The fuck can you do?
Wait, is diplomacy does diplomacy consider
Wait,
like
the dragon.
persuasion?
Yes, diplomacy is persuasion. Yeah.
Okay, I have a flex.
Wait, are you gonna
No way!
buff your diplomacy? Well, you still roll the fucking motherfucking 5 on the dice, but can you do anything about that?
Cause I know there's a
Can you
thing
reroll?
called fucking like
Can you
destructive
reroll?
persuasion.
Oh wait, where you get like your strength to it or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I think that only lets you use it on intimidate though. Yeah, that only lets you use it on intimidate.
Well, can I scare her into being horny?
So you're trying to do an intimidate check?
What the fuck?
You know when someone's so scary turns you on?
Sure, I'll
Fear
give you
boner?
that. Why not?
Raph, you're letting us know a little bit too much about yourself right
No,
now.
you never heard of a fear boner, bro?
Roll.
You're...
I'm
No.
I'm horny and afraid.
Exactly like that. Just cause wait, I'm gonna base that based on what she's gonna say. If she thinks
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna fucking
base?
drop. Then like no, I'm gonna like right before I make my move. Can I tell if I'm like I dropped the ball before I even do it? I'm dropping the ball.
So is this like you're keeping the bad diplomacy check canon and you're trying to like get ahead of it before like it gets bad? You're trying to say something else?
I'm gonna try to get ahead of it before I say something worse.
Okay, cool. So what do you say? How do you roll one? You can roll your intimidate check or whatever. And what do you say? Because your initial pitch just has her giggling a bit.
Okay, so what would Damn. All right. I haven't fucking had to pull this game in a fucking while. All right.
Intimidate should be a little bit further down. Oh wait, you're talking about what you're actually gonna say.
Talking
Yeah,
about what I
come
say.
up with
Come
that.
on, bro. I thought you were a Rizz god.
I'm not. I was. I'm
Come on,
retired.
bro. Are you
Rizz flare?
are you fucking Brutus Iron Rizz, or are you just fucking?
That's my new name. But
Designers.
what's it called?
Oh, you were the Rizzler.
I say basically what I have to say in a form of like,
Say what you need to say.
kind of like not in an intimidate form, but more of like in the tone I'm using. It's more of like a, well, even then, like, you say you're the best, but how the fuck do I? I mean, like, you know, in a way of
like you're sort of calling her bluff, like
calling her
like,
bluff, like yeah.
Sure.
And I kind of do that while kind of like, you know, just
Like
you know what I mean?
make yourself look bigger and intimidating.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing.
One of
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
one
sure.
of them.
Nigga,
lizard
we're lizards,
folk.
okay?
One of them
Yeah,
lizard
yeah,
folk
yeah,
ritual
yeah.
dances.
You ever heard of peacocks? You throw their fucking feathers out?
Yeah, exactly. Sure.
Have you ever heard of
roll me the
peacocks?
intimidate check.
So wait, where is my intimidate checks at?
Yeah. Keep in mind that the intimidate is versus her flat DC based on her stats. So you don't.
Okay,
so the
so-
DC is a flat thing. That
Yo.
exists.
Alright. Roll this shit.
That's good.
I rolled a 2 and I still fucking got that. Wow.
Yeah, you rolled a 2 on the dice. If you didn't, that probably would have worked better.
What?
But so you do that, and she just giggles more. But she sort of just like leans forward and she says, all right, fine. You have I like you a lot actually. Caesar has no sense of humor, and it seems like you do. Ever think about being a king?
I've thought about it.
You guys are just fucking Vikings, dude.
And then
Spoiler
she just-
alert. Plot.
She just laughs and she goes, "Well, you keep thinking about it, and think about whether or not you are a king, whether or not you deserve, well, everything. And if after you think on it, you decide that you do, and that you're bold enough, there is a room in the palace in which I reside. Meet me there tomorrow, at this time. And
Nighttime?
I will make you a king.
But what if I look at her and say,
But what if? Are you saying something or not?
like I'm trying to think in my head. I'm like, okay, like, kind of still in the mode of, bitch, I'm an alpha. Of if I do, what if I do want to be king? Or what I want your services?
And then she just laughs and she just like leans in real close to you. And she just says, because the king is not a king unless I am serving them.
So you're saying you hold the power here, then? You hold the marbles.
And then she just leans back and she just goes, sorry, I'm having too much fun. I think I've said too much. Those are my terms.
You said this time?
Then. This time.
Will you make sure? Wait, I guess. Wait, I actually kind of tell her. And how would I make my way into the palace at this time? The way
That's not
you're
my
getting out
problem.
of?
You're a king, right? Kings go where they please. And at this
Oh.
time, the moonlight catches my window in a way that I find oh so beautiful.
Huh. Looks like kind of like you two.
Hard not to.
Hashtag pause. No homo for the whole session. Just laying it out there. That was
But
the most
she just,
important word. No homo.
she
Just
just,
making, establishing my fucking male.
Vigorous,
No homo here.
vigorously
She just, like-
deleting my typing. My fucking.
She just like pulls her cloak down.
I know Mike was gonna post something. I fucking know it.
She pulls her cloak down, and you see that she has like these like sort of feathers that like sort of adorn her like brow and like the back of her head, and she just sort of leans in and gives you a kiss on the cheek, and then just takes a couple steps back and just sort of does like the Toodles thing with her lizard hand, and she says, "Tomorrow then, when the moon lights my room, I will see you."
The lusty Argonian maid.
Bro, how
And
many,
then-
how
and then-
many
and then-
fucking
and then sort of,
dick
as she's
appointments is
walking
he
away,
scheduling?
She says, if you will it, you will be my new sovereign.
Oh, Kirby.
And then she just kind of walks away
Plot got way more complex.
and just starts working her way back up the palace steps. You see that she, from a distance, you see that she encounters the two honor guard. Looks at them, they nod, and she goes up the long stairs to the palace and disappears into the night.
So she goes just right through the front steps. No other way. Okay.
Yep, she clearly is allowed in and out.
All right. I go talk to, what's his motherfucker's name again? Gaius.
Gaius, okay. It's
Wait,
nighttime, but
actually, I might have asked him already this question.
what's the question?
In regards to potentially secret passages or ways into the palace.
Oh yeah, he told you that that there's one way in, one way out for the most part. There are windows, but like none of them are that dexterous, where like they're climbing out of windows and stuff. That'd be weird. But yeah, it's just like you just go in and go out. No secret passages, no traps. They don't roll that way. As far as he's aware, by the way. That's from him, not for me.
Damn. Do I risk potentially starting a continental conflict for pussy?
I don't know. That's your problem.
Am I Paris from Troy?
But I'm gonna let you figure that out. Nothing else for anyone to do.
Not. I went
Sweet.
back
meeting.
to go
All
hit
right.
the boat.
All right, sweet. So next day, so you guys make another like 25% progress on the boat in that day when you
Hell
get to
yeah.
working on it. So it's like 75% complete. And when next morning comes, you guys are due to have your meeting with Caesar. Who is ever so every member of the party is going. Softail, I imagine that you're going by yourself and leaving your subordinates to do whatever.
Sorry, what?
Oh, Mike said he'd be right back. I'm gonna assume he's doing that. And then he can correct me later. But I mean, why wouldn't he do that? Yeah. So.
Are Mike's subordinates in the fucking in
Yes.
the room that we're all at right now?
Yeah. So I'll say that you guys are like in this like in or whatever, and
Okay.
at some point Gaius just comes to fetch you, and he just says it's time. And
Before
honestly,
that-
he'd probably insist that
Wait.
just the party come.
I guess right before that, can I talk to Mike's subordinates?
Sure. Which one? Or all of them?
All of them.
Yeah, they're kind of just in the room too.
Okay.
Evelyn seems to speak for them.
Okay.
First thing she says when she sees you is like, "Sorry if I said anything weird
I'm
yesterday."
back.
Brutus is talking to your subordinates right now.
My subordinates.
Yes.
Yeah, nigga.
Without my permission?
But
Yeah, nigga.
yes, he is. But this is like in an open room, so like if you don't like that he's talking, you can say something. But like,
Well, okay.
okay.
I basically asked them, or I tell them, and I'm like, you know, y'all are under the direct command of Softail. But as the commanding officer here, I do wish to speak with y'all.
Evelyn says.
Who the fuck said that?
yeah. Evelyn says, "We," and I do speak for all of us when I say this. We serve our master, and our master only.
Well, your master serves me, thus you serve me.
Oh! Oh!
Let it slide.
Like,
No,
As
absolutely
I
not.
say that, I look at Softail, give him a wink, and you know.
A wink.
Alright, they look back at me when he says that, and I don't say anything. I just death stare him down. Do a little intimidate check, death stare him down. How about that? I'll let you have it, but 32 intimidate, death stare down.
Oh.
So I guess whoever rolls the higher intimidate fucking wins the stare down.
I'll give him that.
All right, then.
Let's do it.
Fuck it.
Because by the math, you guys would definitely both successfully intimidate each other. But yeah, fuck it.
Wait, let me try to pull that up real quick.
We'll see who rolls higher on this, I guess. Softail students watching.
Wait, where is it? Intimidate.
Oh.
That's a 2. That's a 4 on the dice.
Oh.
So Softail, your students see you win the the lightning in the air, and you're like in the beam struggle, and then
Well,
Evelyn-
my thing is this: I wasn't trying to take over. I was kind of looking at Softail.
This is more of a
looking at
joking
him like,
thing. This is more of a
you're like
joking
playing
thing.
around.
We're
Yeah.
playing
We're
around.
playing around, but I'm looking at him in a way of like.
I have respect
like,
for
let me-
Brutus, so I'm giving you this, but I'm not letting you fucking just say that for free.
Yeah, I know. That's why I gave you a wink. I'm like, I know. Like, basically, kind of like an NCO, and a fuck, you know.
Oh my god.
You know.
I'm gonna
Point
Alright,
is,
pal,
what do
we
you
get it.
say to them?
Okay. So basically,
NCOs.
in regards to the situation we're gonna do right now, y'all folk ain't gonna come into that temple. You know, I'm gonna have y'all secure the perimeter.
Secure the perimeter.
Yeah.
What?
So this is the plan, because I don't want Caesar thinking that it's just an invading force coming in there.
Isn't that exactly
Just
what
take
we
it
are?
down. Not yet.
Not yet.
We can't give away our plans.
Give
See,
away our
guys not in the room.
Softail
Guys,
throws
I'm-
up the little half like thing where you put your hand and you like move it back and forth. Like, are we invading force or not?
Sometimes it'd be good, sometimes we should.
Let's just say for now, I need y'all to
Mind our business. Behave.
not mind your business. I need you to be tentative. I kind of give him a timeline of if we're not out by this time. I basically give him a gatwa, which basically I'm telling them to be at. You know who I'm.
Be where you should be, and then something to do if you're not there at that time.
Yes.
Okay. What is the thing that you want them to do? And Softail, you're hearing this whole conversation, obviously.
I hear the whole conversation. I'm gonna let him have his moment, and I'm just gonna clean up whatever the fuck edges he puts together.
Fair enough. Go for it, Brutus. What is your pitch?
Now, how strong are they?
Fucking just plainly, Evelyn's 6th level, Bullock's 5th, and at this point, Cynthia's 4th.
Dude, how do they stand a chance against any of the fucking
They don't.
honor guards? They don't. Okay.
They
All right.
don't.
They don't.
So based on my experience,
Sawtail knows this, but like if a fight breaks out, he's telling them like to run. Probably. He doesn't want them to die.
okay,
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna tell him. I'm basically gonna just tell him. I know you might have some care for your master or whatever and shit, but if we don't come out by this time, you need to get the fuck out of here. Go back to Ashterra, or Ifringard is it? Whoever is it at? Ifringard.
Both those are
you
valid
don't know where
cities to
they're
go back to.
Yeah, they have a home base.
They have a home base, I guess. Go back to your home base. I assume Softail probably left there some goddamn notes on Ifringard, and he probably has like kind of like a Batman wall of like 8 people of interest and shit. So like, you'll know to find Calvira if something happens.
Me how interested Softail is in this conflict.
Most definitely does not have any of this prepared.
Because Softail doesn't really care, and like if they're looking at like Evelyn's looking at you like with a like sort of when she raises an eyebrow, she goes, "Listen, man, if you want us to do something, you could just say it. You don't have to assume Master's intent or anything, and as long as he gives us the okay, I'm sure we can do it."
Okay.
And you guys
In the meantime, as you're waiting for the timeline and securing the perimeter, I try to check around the damn castle, look for any damn entrances, and pay attention to, I guess, where the sun rises and the sun falls down from. You know, like where at in the like if you, cause you know what the bitch said of like the moonlight's gonna hit the window.
Yeah, where the moon like the moonlight at that time hits her fucking her thing or whatever. Yeah. So you're asking them like you just shit, and Evelyn looks at you. She's just like, nope. No fucking shot.
What do you mean no fucking shot?
Not doing that.
Not doing what? Scouting around the castle for me?
No, I'm not going to do that. And I think I speak for all of us when I say we're not gonna fucking do that, right? And
I look at Softail.
Bullock and Cynthia just nod.
I look at Softail. I'm like, come on, bro, you owe me one.
If we get fucking caught, we're dead. And the only one good at sneaking around is this one.
Oh no, I'm not saying for you to go in the castle. I just want you to look at the architecture of it. See if you could tell, you know, the window that shines the brightest with the fucking sunlight hits it.
I could tell you that right now, just with a quick look at the place and where the sun and the moon tend to be at given times of day. I know that. Do you not?
Just making sure. And make sure to see what's around that spot.
And if you're asking that question plainly, she will straight up tell you that, like, because obviously the time you're talking about is, like, later in the day. But she would straight up tell you that, like, based on, like, where the fucking, like, sun is, she knows probably roughly where, like, the moon would be and what side of the palace, like, that window would be. And she pretty much tell you that the moon would kind of be shining from the east.
Okay.
She likes stars. She's into horoscopes and the stars and shit.
I need you to look at all the windows in the fucking east corner of the fucking palace then. And see how many windows there are. And access to those windows.
Alright, she looks over Brutus's shoulder and looks at you, Softail. Is something you're okay with them doing?
If you want the fucking iron.
Sorry, I'm dealing with something right now. You're just gonna have to give me a quick SMS. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's cool.
Alright, you're good. No problem. But yeah, you're overcomplicating this a little bit. But we will wait for Mike to be back.
Damn, that's crazy. You can only buy one.
Alright, sorry about that. What the fuck's this fucking plan that he
So
comes up with?
essentially, while you guys are having the meeting or whatever, Brutus wants your students or whichever of them that is best at this to just kind of take a solid, good look at the side of the sides of the palace, and just see like, just kind of keep an eye on it throughout the day, just to see like, you know, where guards tend to be and like, you know, what the side of the palace is looking like.
Let's just say after.
For whatever reason.
Just while we're in the meeting, I guess.
Yeah, he wants them to be doing that while you guys are in the meeting.
I kind of give.
Because if it wasn't while you guys were in the meeting, you may as well be doing it.
I kind of
Yeah.
gave you a hand signal, not a hand signal, but kind of like a nod of like, you know how like you told me information earlier? This is in relation to that information.
I look down at. I pull Brutus aside, and I go, "All right. Tell me plainly what you're getting at." This is like privately, just me and him, so I can relay the information I need to them, assuming the lemon is worth the squeeze.
All right, I found the lemon. And the lemon wants me in the market at this time tonight.
So why don't you go see the whore at that time tonight? Is this the next morning? Is this the same night?
This is the morning of, not the night
This is
yet.
the morning of the.
Oh, it's
that
the
day.
morning. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I don't just
Okay.
walk into fucking booby traps. I need to make sure the area is secure first, and now I'm walking into my fucking death sentence.
It probably wouldn't look like if it was a trap. It probably wouldn't look like it from outside.
Yeah.
Well, knowing Mike, he's gonna tell his students to do the best job they can do.
Okay. I'll deal with it. I will deal with it. I will discuss this with my students. And then I kind of go. I tell them if there is nothing else that needs to be discussed, then I will see you at the meeting. And I kind of summon my wards over.
And it is all right. So talking to them, it's notable that Cynthia kind of like dodges your eye contact, but Evelyn and Bullock are kind of just like, "What's up?"
Listen, he is certainly out of his element. I do not think that much madness will be happening at this meeting. Perhaps after, but not during. But I have been wrong before. But one thing I know for sure is that he is certainly capable in a fight. And every once in a while he has a good hunch. And he gets onto something. So Cynthia,
Yeah.
from a distance, you are not to put yourself in harm's way. In no way, shape, or form. At the first sign of danger, you are to leave. I need you to go to this location at this time. And I give him the location place that Brutus gave me.
Okay. And do you want her to like scout it from the outside, essentially?
Yes, I don't want her anywhere near any of this danger because I don't
maybe-
feel
maybe-
the lemon is worth the squeeze to keep the fucking
Okay, so
algae
she's
going.
gonna ask. So I'm just gonna assume that you've given her the details, and you're talking about this window on the side of the palace.
Yeah.
Do you? So she's gonna ask you. Do you want me to look at it from the ground, or do you want me to scale the building? I can do both without being detected.
If you can scale the building, then scale the building. But do not put yourself in danger. Do not put yourself at risk. The second you feel you are taking even a molecule of a risk, a minuscule risk in doing this operation, you are to abort and come back here. If anything bad is to happen at this meeting, then, well, you all will know what is going on. I don't intend on going anywhere in a body bag. If anything else, someone else will be leaving in a body bag. Trust me, if something bad happens, the whole city will know about it.
All right. So they all nod at that, and Evelyn and Bullock just kind of put an arm on Cynthia's shoulder and just like shake her and just go, "You got this, kid." And she just kind of nods, and she seems in super serious mode. And she's like, "All right, I'm gonna get this done."
Super serious mode. Cool.
And then
Awesome.
she looks to you and she just like, "If there's anything important to know, you'll know."
Very cool. Very nice.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wee, wow. Do your thing.
Alright, so, cool. So, while you guys are in the meeting, Cynthia's gonna do a little solo stealth mission and try to get some data on this rube, what the fuck's going on in it, etc. Alright, so that's all. We can get you guys to the meeting itself. should be a lot shorter.
I put on slightly more intense music.
But yeah, so Gaius comes and gets you guys. He's like, yeah, you know, it's time, and he's gonna take you guys to the stairs of the temple, and give a sort of nod to both of the guards. They're gonna step aside and take you guys up the stairs, and so it's like a really high climb up these stairs. It's one where you could sort of see like over the top of the canopy of the area around, and eventually you come to this like sort of open sort of like golden trimmed door, and you guys head inside. And when you guys get brought to the throne room, you are going to drag yourselves out on this map. Where is it? There it is. Yes, drag yourselves out on this map.
It's a big boy.
He's pretty big. And you guys are sort of like here. This is Gaius. Hata.
There's two guys. God,
Oh,
I'm
someone
having
over there.
Vorkum flashbacks right now. In a throne
You can't
room
have
with a bigger
You can't have
man
a
with 6
flashback
honor
to a
guards.
Thing you
Wait.
did. Fuck
Did
you.
you just
Yeah.
did
You
just make
didn't
them
get
pick
traumatized
Crockguard?
from that.
You just
What'd you
picked
say?
out Crockguard.
Yeah, it is Crockguard. But yeah, so everybody jump. Whoa.
I didn't want to
Everybody
do it,
drag themselves
boys.
out.
Who's for the good of the realm?
Yeah. What the fuck did that? Fix this. Set this shit to names only.
Now, who's that by his side over there?
I'll get to the
It's
description.
his
in a
fucking
moment.
hua.
What the fuck is this motherfucking dog?
Pot smoking samurai. When the fuck did that
was
happen?
weird. Okay, so that's everybody, I guess. So you guys are all here, and immediately you guys notice that you know, each of these are honor guard. You've seen them before. This is Caesar. He's a big boy, and then sort of curled up on like a large pillow, just like sleeping, like looks like a snake, like sort of like curled up, like that type of vibe. Brutus, you would recognize this as Shiva. He's just kind of just sleeping. But when you guys walk in, Caesar's just sort of leaned back on his throne, like Balgruuf style, and Gaius just sort of steps forward, and he's just sort of like, the outsiders are here to speak with you, my king. And he just looks at all of you and he goes, it would appear so. Come forth. And then he just sort of like you can tell that Gaius is sweating a little bit, but he's just like, calm. And I'm really here to speak. When has discussion ever, well, no, when has anyone ever lost their life in a discussion? And when he says that, like, you could really tell that he's like, that's like /s, like he's like all the time. Fucking and Gaius just sort of swallows, and he just sort of steps to the side and just moves you guys, just says you guys can move forward. And you guys can move forward. Be wherever you like. Like this line. Be there. And Gaius just sort of gonna flank you.
I would step forward and do a military salute the same way I kind of did it to the honor guard I was speaking to outside when we first got here.
He just sort of raises a hand at that and just like acknowledges it, but doesn't seem to pay it any mind.
Understood.
And like you tell he acknowledges it as like an attempt at respect, and he thinks that's cool.
All right, sick. That's all I really wanted to do.
Yeah. But he just sort of looks to you all and he just goes, well, speak. What is it?
Hello?
Or
Hi.
half.
Oh, sorry about that.
Bro,
This is where
what
you
is
step in.
I'm sorry. What was happening?
So Caesar looks to all of you, acknowledges that you exist, and he just says, "Well, what is it? What do you want?" And like an audience, he's like, "An audience with me is not very easily given." But Gaius insisted that you had something important to speak about. So what is it?
Blah, cause I didn't think I would get this far.
Really? This is like the only thing that it seemed obvious that was gonna happen.
Yeah, then Brutus went and talked to a fucking horse for fucking an hour and a half.
Yeah, dude, this
Okay.
is kind of your domain. We're here to help.
Alright.
I'm here
And
to
if there's anything
stand.
that you just forgot out of character, like if you actually forgot why you're here.
No,
or,
I
like, I'll remind you.
forgot. Like, I know Adam's shit sent us here, and I know there's a deeper plot behind that. But I
Okay.
basically say in the friendly manner of, what's it called? I kind of give a quick intro of who I am. A vague version of how I met Gaius, and how he told me of this freaking, I guess great kingdom, basically, of this kingdom. I came here, I enjoyed it, and then I went back and I spoke to who I work for, just like Adam and shit. And I mentioned how this could be a potential alliance.
Okay. When you're describing like who you are and stuff, you kind of just like let you go on, say
Wait, let me lower Mike's fucking.
It's
muted.
as low as it can go.
I'm
If
trying
you
to
would
lower
just-
you. Give me a second.
he would just
So you can
lean
go on.
forward and just say, I know who you are. I know who everyone is in my city. And you're right. It is great. It is a shining jewel in this otherwise horrible place. And then when you speak on like an alliance, he would say, what's the context you give him? Do you give him like the context that like Adam is like, yo, like what are you doing with Vexaria? Like, is that like context you would give him? Like that he's concerned about that interaction?
Before bringing that up, more in the sense of, I tell him how, I give him the quick synopsis that he knows of, how it's all one kingdom before, and Adam now, I've worked with him, great ruler. With my help, he's been able to regain, this territory, and things are looking better now, and we feel that we could do the same here, especially being my people.
Okay, roll me a diplomacy check.
Motherfucker. Do I have people here that can
Is there
do
the
some
ability
type
to
of
give like a
magical
help
shit?
action?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to like co-sign, this is everybody's meeting. If anyone wants to co-sign what he's saying, someone else can make
will
the.
not be co-signing.
I will agree. I mean, I only joined up with this place because I heard exploits of this group, right? So like,
Yeah.
I could probably speak as someone who's joined recently, saying like,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
these lads, I've only known of their exploits recently. They're the ones that drew me here. They have certainly done a lot under Adam's rule. Oh, how bad did he roll?
They.
Don't worry about it. Just say what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's what I say. What is a help
Okay.
action in this game?
Okay, no, you could just roll your own diplomacy. And
Oh,
then,
sick.
like you guys are sort of talking as a group, so we'll use yours.
Sick. Okay. I rolled. Oh wow. I rolled a 10. I only rolled a
10.
2.
Okay, sweet.
Ouch.
So
That
Mike.
sucks. That
he
sucks.
just sort of he looks at all of you and he just says yes, I'm well aware. And he's like, you must understand, Athena does not have allies. Athena has only enemies. Our enemies are few, but our allies are 0. We are not searching for any sort of alliance with Vexaria.
Wait.
We're simply acknowledging that
Fuck,
if they
I don't
wish
see
to
the, I don't
pass,
see the world map here. God damn it. I can't tell where's what's at.
It's the region directly to the west.
The one that we're not trying to have them fuck with.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Okay.
he just says, we are not seeking an alliance with them. Simply, if they wish to move through our swamp, and it is our swamp, at the end of the day, if they wish to move through our swamp and destroy all of you, that isn't my problem. Up until recently it has been, and my people are few as it is. So this is not an alliance. I'm merely leaving the door open. And from the sounds of it, your Adam is a great man. He sounds capable. Surely he can win his own wars.
Let me think here.
If he's as capable as you say that is.
Fighting. We can all do that. We're not trying to fight.
So what is it that you're trying to do?
We're trying to solve this peacefully and have mutual agreements.
And what is it that you wish to agree upon mutually? Anyone can back him up, by the way.
Yeah, I'm like.
Now I'm about to say some shit depending on how this goes.
Ronan speaks up. As a fellow lord of the land, you'd say that keeping the door open is a better option for you, but we can assure you, based on... No, he doesn't say that because that might be a bluff.
Can I roll a sense motive depending on if he says that they want no alliances?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like anything. You can roll sense motive on anything he says.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, I'll do
He's
the
telling the
thing.
truth.
Who?
Here we
let
go,
me
all
see.
doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You can all roll it,
use
literally, I
action
don't care.
thing. I rolled an 18.
You believe he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Oh. I mean,
Coop, roll it.
oh, okay.
Since
No,
my-
he says he's telling the truth. Oh, all right, sure. So I know.
Roll it, why no?
13 plus 12, so 25.
Nice.
You believe he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
As a fellow lord of the land, keeping the door open just sounds more dangerous. You'd have no guarantee that Vexaria won't turn its arms on you once they are finished with the land's east.
And he just looks to you and he's just like, let them try. Athena has stood through many trials. We've had many enemies, and we've outlived all of them. Our numbers are few, but we are resilient, like steel. So let them try. If you're so afraid of them, though, it sounds like you've quite the work ahead of you. I do wish you luck. Now, if there's something specific that you want, I suggest you say it.
Why
Would
did your opinion in Vexaria change? You had one, and now you're open door policy, open borders. What's up with that?
I simply
Fucking
grew
liberal.
tired of despising outsiders. Seemed counterintuitive.
So would you say that what's the place we came from?
What do you mean?
Who's Adam? Adam's the ruler of
Ashterra?
Zerdrars?
Well, that too, which is part of Ashterra at this point.
Oh, Ashterra, right, okay. So are you saying that Ashterra's forces can also move free in your open door policy? And like he drastically throws quotes in the air.
I'm glad you said that, 'cause that's what I was gonna say.
And then he understands at this point the contradiction in the things he's been saying, and he thinks for a moment, and he just says, that should not be any problem to me either. As long as we're left out of it, you can kill yourselves all you like. Just those, the Vexarians are particularly dirty people. They don't have any care for the land they tread on. And every now and then they would tread on our land and that would get them killed. I've simply been convinced to mind the treading. But if your people tread it kindly, then you may pass as well.
Then
Your war,
perhaps
not ours.
Is he done?
Yes.
Then perhaps maybe we should be returning to Adam with a cut territory on a map. That way we can peacefully resolve the conflict and you can rule and make enemies as you see fit.
Well, it sounds to me like you're all here because you don't think that this is a fight you'll win on your own.
Is it?
If that's not the case, you can leave right now.
We have no problem dealing with the enemy at our doorstep. But if we don't have to make as many enemies as possible, that would certainly behoove us. Holy shit. Behoove us. So, if you could clearly outline your territory on a map, we can take our leave.
I can't believe it's my birthday and you're all just sitting down here
Happy
watching
birthday.
me sit alone in the chat.
We're playing D&D, dude.
So fucking all of you.
Are you like drunk or something?
No.
Okay.
He's just
Well,
mad.
I mean, no, I didn't go out.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Alright, well, go back up there for now. We're doing something.
I'm getting off. I got a flight at 5 a.m.
Alright, yo, enjoy the flight, bro. Fly
Yeah, have
safe.
another beer
Fight,
for me.
bro.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday, man.
I hope I broke the immersion.
Fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, but out of character, right? You guys know that you were told by Adam that like Vexaria just being able to move through would very much be a problem, and that he does not know how well he could handle that. So I'm just making sure that are you guys just like bluffing for the sake of the dialogue, or do you actually think that that's true?
No, I
I'm
forgot
not-
about that.
I don't
Max.
wanna
Say shit
bluff.
about that.
I forgot
I'm
about
gonna
that.
jump. Jordan wants to jump in, and he's not really gonna say anything about whether or not we can handle it, but he's gonna question. Couldn't help but notice when we arrived here that you're speaking to a couple of red dragons. Is that a precaution for Vexaria as well?
No. The dragons were entirely different. They showed up,
Aye.
and they started making demands of me. You'll come to know soon that making demands of me is not something that ever really bears fruit. It did not. They are now aware of this.
Aye. Are you worried about retaliation from them?
No.
Have you heard of Ifringar's dealings with the red dragons?
I have. It's why I think what I do of you.
He nods.
But as I said, speak plainly. What exactly is it that you want? Do you wish to have us as an ally?
Yeah.
Why? Declare your weakness plainly.
My weakness.
Your weakness. Those who need allies are weak. Why do you need us?
It's not about being weak, it's about being smart. Your territory is located primarily in a swampland. You are the, I guess, apex predator of this region. You know the ways, we don't. It's one thing if we're trying to threat through here to go and invade other kingdoms, another thing when we're treading through here having to fight the nature of it as well.
And he... Oh, go on.
We need, no, I mean we want to ensure that this will go smooth as possible.
And he's gonna look to everyone else other than Brutus and say, did it not sound to you all that he's just described to me a weakness?
Sounds pretty weak to me.
Agreed.
Jordan would shrug and he would
So
say,
I'll say again, declare your weakness plainly. If you wish to, if you wish to have me as an ally, beg for it.
Beg for it. I look at Gaius real quick and I'm like, huh?
Gaius looks at you and he just like nods.
To do it, Nods?
Like, yeah.
Damn.
The guy's a pussy.
Do I make this into a nigga moment?
Jesus.
I'm gonna go. Ronan doesn't do shit. If we make it out of this without any combat, Ronan builds the boat, works on poetry, and
Understood.
wanks in his room when possible.
Yep, that's good. We're ending with this, so well, you're probably not gonna miss much.
Great. All right.
Ciao.
What? What
Unfortunately, I do not beg. I guess our conversation here is done then.
Does he speak for all of you?
Jordan looks and he says, I remember many a time fighting alongside lizard folk in this area when you all were under duress. I don't remember ever coming across weak warriors. Perhaps what you're doing might seem as a statement of power, but you may just be damning your own people with that decision.
And he's kind of gonna like step off the throne a bit and kind of just move down a little bit closer to you. And he's like standing at this point, so he's like his like size is like more obvious.
Yeah.
And he just looks down to you, and he's just like And if we are not strong enough to fight our own battles, do we not deserve to be damned?
I've been bowed this whole time, like in a kind of position. I stand up, and even though I can't obviously meet his eyes, I look at him, and I just say, the only people that deserve to be damned are those that do the damnable things, and those that forego assistance when they could live to grow stronger.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, alright. Let's hope I don't fuck it up this time. $27.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's
That,
go.
You get the idea that gets through to him a little bit. He's like sort of like you get the understanding that when he said that, like, if we're not strong enough to defend ourselves and to win our own battles, do we not deserve to be damned? That was sort of coming from a place of sorrow. And when you tell him that, like, sort of in that way that you did, that like there should be some sort of form of justice to the world, essentially. You can tell that resonates with him a little bit, but he he tries to act like it doesn't.
That's fine.
Can I
And then
tell if he's trying to, I guess, does he ever at any point kind of look over towards the bitch in the room?
Nope.
No point.
Nope. He never looks at her.
At any point is she looking at him?
Literally, as he sort of Jordan gets through to him a bit, and then he moves back and sits back on his throne. You see her like if she was asleep, like the fucking like cartoon like bubble. The bubble like pops, and then she just sort of like opens an eye and just looks toward the throne, and then just like goes back, just like closes her eyes, goes back to sleep.
So wait, does she do that before he sits back on the throne?
Like as he's like walking back up the stairs. Seems like his like walking up to the throne like may have woken her up or something.
Okay.
But he sits down again, and he's just like I thoroughly believe that the Vexarians don't mean us any harm. They mean you harm, and as I've established, I don't believe that to be my problem. But what do you... And he just seems to he holds his head and just says, what exactly is it that you want?
Can we tell if he's being influenced some way or form? Is that a thing in magic? Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can roll me like a sense motive or perception.
Do we have the wizard here that can detect magic or some shit like that? Maybe
Well,
like,
detecting
you know,
magic
Well,
is like a
detect magic
cast,
would
like,
be a
it would be
spell.
obvious that he's doing it, yeah.
You said perception or sense motive?
Yeah, perception is sense motive, just to see, like, what's up with him.
Alright, they're both the same.
like wait, I remember-
23.
I rolled a 17. Oh, nice.
Alright, 23. Okay, so Softail, it seems like he's, like, a little tired. He seems kind of gassed.
Man, motherfucker was running the rounds on his fucking bitch before we got in here.
But he just says, like, tiredly, like, again, it's like, what is it exactly that you want?
Is it tired, like he's actually tired, or tired, like tired of this conversation?
Looks like both.
I guess we initiate, or for us to have another conversation when it comes to.
And do it, and just out of character, does anyone want to mention the material at all?
I
I
don't
feel like we should
really wanna
leave that to the
mention,
next
like-
conversation if we have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we more so just want to secure that, like, not just
We're here.
open door, but that we are open conversation. That like, Dorn would say, at the moment, I believe I can speak for the others in saying that the only thing that we're looking for is agreement that perhaps allyship is not off the table. Upon further discussion.
And time to sit down and think about it.
And then he's gonna just lean back, and he looks a little bit more, like, somber now. And, whereas the entire rest of the conversation seemed like he was, like, posturing and raging. He sits back down, and he just leans back, and he goes, "You wish to be Athena's first ally."
We'd love to have the honor.
Well, that would mean that Vexaria would then become our enemy as they are yours.
Doesn't have to be that way.
It does. That's what being an ally means.
Not in that sense, but in the sense of like, after, if you join us, something where Vexara will probably, if they're smart enough, they'll willingly surrender.
And he just sort of shakes his head, and he looks to you all, and he just says, there's something, and he seems like really out of it at this point. Like he's like shaking his head every now and then, and he says, there's something you can, do for me.
Can we
And if
tell
it's-
if he's like
I
wrong?
begin like inching towards him, almost to like get ready to catch him, because like I'm kind of picking up on it
Yeah,
a little bit more
when
than
you move
everybody
forward,
else.
When you move forward a little bit, like, this honor guard just sort of, like, slams his fucking, like, pole arm into the floor, like, to, like, tell you not to move any further.
Does he look like he's fading at this point?
Yeah, could I do like a heal check to see if he's unwell?
Yeah, sure. Like, as he's talking.
30.
30? Okay, yeah, so it seems like he's got, like, a migraine. And he's kind of just, like holding his
Would
head
it-
a bit.
Would a restoration cure that?
Would
Something like a
restoration cure
migraine?
that? Yes, but you would have to cast it on him, and that's kind of a no-go. Like, you get the vibe that if you tried to cast something on him, like, people would probably wouldn't let you do that. But he's sort of just holding his head, and he just looks to you all, and he just says, we can... There's something that I would have you do for me. Do it, and we will discuss whatever it is you wish to discuss. I will open the door for you. Are you willing to do something for me?
Yes.
And he just sort of like puts his head in his hand, and he just says, to the north of here, there is a structure large, much like this one, larger. There are a people there who are not my enemy, but they've taken something from me that I value very dearly. And he sort of pinches his head again, and he just says,
I would very much like it back. And given that this is something that matters more to me than most things, someone who brings that back to me, I might considering an ally.
Jamel, where is the monastery located?
Relatively in the direction that he's speaking.
God damn it!
Wait,
Yeah,
what monastery?
your monastery?
When he says that,
What did you take? Mike?
Were
I
we
didn't
the
take
baddies?
shit, dumbass.
Yeah?
But then, but what do you say, Salsa? Or what do you do?
I describe the location. When he says to the north, I describe the location. Like, would it be
Yeah,
X location?
It's more like he describes the location and what the
Yeah,
building
let him-
looks
let-
like.
Yeah,
It's
he describes it, and then I
you.
describe it more in depth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, like, you don't even have to. Like, you fucking... He gives you a description, and you know that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, don't give it away.
Well, I mean, he can. I'm just saying, like, he knows. Like, you know that he's describing that your monastery, essentially. He's giving you a pretty much spitting description of it. And then he says, that which they have was taken from me long ago. And go there, and by any means necessary, take it back for me. And you will know what it is, because it is obvious that it does not belong.
All you have to do, I kind of like cut him off once he like describes it, and I just tell him, I'm like, what is it that we must retrieve?
Just that which does not belong.
I don't say no more, and I just walk out.
And as you start walking out, he sort of just leans back in his chair and he just like sighs and he just like closes his eyes and looks toward the ceiling.
Jordan would before.
He's still like awake and attentive, right? Like if you said something to him, he would hear it, but he's just like leaning back.
Yeah, Jordan would say, have we addressed him by any kind of like proper title at this point, or have I heard anybody else address him as anything, like my lord or something?
He seems to be relatively okay just being called Caesar.
I would say, Caesar, if I'm not being too presumptuous, are you feeling well as a man of healing?
And he looks down at you and he just says, he stands up and he just says,
I am the spitting image of stamina, health, and power.
and then he stands up out of his chair and he goes,
Do you think me sick?
No, just a bit lethargic, as
Do you think
anyone
me
of.
weak?
You see that Jordan kind of lowers his head for a second and says, I'm speaking as someone from experience in how those that with power and with ability wear themselves down. Does not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of their body trying to keep up with the power that they wield. I'm asking if you are feeling unusually overexerted from swinging your power around.
and he just freaking stands up, and he's just like, you want to know how overexerted I am? How good I feel? And he just like, he takes his weapon off of his back, and he just sort of points it at you, and he goes, duel me.
Aye, you see that Jordan looks and he sighs and he says, you know, it's normally the duty of the old generation to advise the young. But, and you see that he grabs his warhammer off his back, he goes, I suppose this is a way of advisement.
And then he sort of like smiles at that, and you can tell that that's like a big plus for him that he even said yes. And he goes to take a step down the steps, and
Yeah.
he like sort of like collapses down to a knee and drops his weapon. And at that, the woman that the female lizard that Brutus knows as Shiva, sort of like he sort of like falls to his knee, and she just sort of like rushes to his side, and she's just sort of like, "My king, are you?" And he just sort of goes to stand up, and like he just sort of like just yells, and he's just like, "I am not weak," and he just sort of goes to backhand her, and she just dodges it. She just like moves her head back, and just like takes a bow, and just says, "My apologies," and just sort of goes back and slithers onto her pillow again. But it is obvious to anyone who's anyone that it is kind of nutty that she dodged it.
Aye. Aye, it is.
And then, whatchamacallit, he just sort of stands back up, and he just says, "Maybe I'm not feeling my best today. We will duel another day, but understand that I am owed a duel."
Absolutely, sir.
Can Vandicus would chime in. Actually, you owe him a duel.
He would laugh at that, honestly, if you just say, I do.
Softail would be like, Softail would have walked out as he collapses, I'd assume. And what does he catch? Like, he never stopped. Like, the second he turned, he just kept going. What did he catch?
So he would hear like if you looked over your looked over your shoulder at the door, you would have seen Shiva like dodging his backhand.
Okay.
Fuck.
Alright, cool.
I want to make a. Dordan says, Caesar, you have my word for a duel. Absolutely. Might I have your permission to, without, and I hold my hands up from where I am, using a bit of magics just to take a quick scan of you. Make sure you're looking alright. I'm an old man of, a bit of nerved heroism. Better to be safe than sorry.
And he just, you're gonna roll my diplomacy for that one. This one's gonna be hard.
You got it, dog. That's pretty good.
Why can't I
Porrig.
see Alex's rolls?
I'm doing another
He's
sheet.
rolling them in person.
27.
27. Okay, so with a 27, he looks to you and he just shakes his head and he goes, "I'm fine. To continue to ask to do so is an insult to me, and I'm not someone you wish to insult."
Fuck.
And then he just says, "But my mission, though, do you accept it?"
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Aye.
Good. And then he just sort of sits back down and he goes, "Come back to me when you have it, and we will discuss. We will discuss potentially becoming your ally." I need her back at my side.
Her?
Oh.
That's what he says.
Alright. I'm not gonna
As
ask
he
any
said
questions.
As he said that, like, can I look at her? Does she look at me at any point?
Oh, yeah. Shiva is just, like, eyes closed, almost like, it would probably be obvious to you, Brutus, that she's deliberately not making eye contact with you. But yeah.
Can I?
Oh, Shiva the disease. But yeah.
If I leave, so like after that point, and he says that, I head outside of the door. From outside the door, are they within 120 feet?
Who?
Shiva and Caesar.
Uh-huh.
From outside the door, can I cast Aura Sight?
Sure.
What am I seeing from that throne?
Let me see how Aura Sight works.
So it's like, can we even have this mic astral project into the room?
That's what I was trying to convince him to let me do, so that I could do that, because I was trying to get a read on the girl.
I could do that. I could do that for free.
Yeah, and if Aura Sight needs like actual line of sight, then forget it. I've lost.
What's happening right now?
Okay, so you get, kind of just, whatchamacallit. I don't remember if this requires line of sight or not, but I'll just say it does it for now, I guess. Oh wait, no, yeah, your eyes glow, so like you need to But what you could do is you could cast it like around the, like from outside and then just look back in, and you just you don't really get much of an aura from either of them. They both seem relatively neutral.
Okay. All right. Wanted to make sure that there wasn't that.
As do the guards.
Shiva girl isn't like a.
Yeah, no, she's not giving off some big red aura or something. Like
Yeah, exactly. Like
villain.
she's just a fucking supervillain in disguise.
Yeah,
Wanna
nothing
make sure.
like that. But yeah, so he in his sort of tired stupor gives you guys a mission. He says to go to some structure to the north that looks relatively similar to this one, but it's bigger. And he says from the people there to retrieve something that belongs to him, or something like that's one of the most important things to him. And then, sort of in his tired stupor, as after he gives you that mission, he says, "You will know what it is because it does not belong." And then he says, "I just want her by my side again."
Roger Dodger.
By the way, Gaius is like when he says that, Gaius is like, "The fuck is he talking about?" Like you see out of space, he's like, "What the fuck?" But then as you guys are leaving, Gaius just takes a bow and he just says, "Thank you, my king, for entertaining this discussion." And then Caesar just waves his hand.
After we leave, I kind of
you guys
grab
leave.
Gaius real quick.
Mhm.
Like sternly grab him, like, you never told me jack shit about her.
And then he's just like, "About who?"
She was the fucking girl. I didn't say her name. I say the girl there.
And he's just like, "She's a relatively new development. You didn't see her either when you were here, did you?"
Are you having this conversation with the guys privately, or do you say that like
I
as
imagine
part
it's
of the
just
group?
like down in the hall or something. But I imagine people are seeing this.
No, not like in the kingdom. Like after like we leave the castle.
Okay.
Yeah, but is the rest of the party near you? Can we hear this?
Yeah, the party.
Yeah.
Because Dorton would cut in and
I'm
say,
not there. I'm having a whole. At this point, I'm having a whole ass conversation with one of my students for something they have to do.
Well, but Gaius says, he makes the point. He's just like, "I don't really care who the king fucks. King can fuck who he likes. He's the king."
Dorton would chime in and say, "Aye, but the woman he's bedding was able to dodge a swing that would put most of us on the back foot. She isn't a normal whore."
Maybe she's a whore. Whores get smacked around sometimes. Maybe she's just used to it.
I would kind of just shake my head, but I wouldn't say anything. Can I give Brutus a little look as I'm walking away? Because I'm like, all right, I just kind of nod to Gaius and defer to him, but I would give Brutus a look, like, let's talk separate.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
I would chime in. Actually, a bitch knows when to take a hit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Heard that from the
I
wife.
wouldn't as much as that. Fuck you.
Can of Anarchist learns from the pimp named Slickback.
My God.
That's a great name known in the kingdom. So.
But yeah, so.
Archmage Slickback.
Yo, make
Also
that your
well known as
fucking-
Denny.
Dude, make that your Discord name.
Archmage Slickback.
What else you guys doing?
Fuck. Okay, after that, can I talk to... Yeah, what's Caleb's character's name again? Juan Luis?
Animanicus.
Animanicus, okay.
You can call me Canny.
Kenny,
What's up?
you're a powerful wizard, right?
Why, of course.
What's the most powerful trick you have in your bag?
Probably.
I don't think you want to see that.
Out of experience with other mages, do you by any chance have the ability to teleport one to a location? I'd say me.
You know he's already done.
Of course, I've done this in front of you multiple times.
No, I've seen him disappear. Wait,
No.
what?
No, yeah. He literally Oh, wait, you weren't here. No, wait.
Oh
I
yeah,
have
yeah,
the
he
section
was.
already. No, yeah. Last session, he teleported Softail and his student back to Ifringar to talk to somebody, and then back to here.
Oh, okay, because the last I remember, none of us knew that you could do that shit.
No, yeah. He did that after you left. I forgot you were gone for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I just ask you. Then in that case, if I know that, then I ask you at one point. I'm gonna have to borrow your services tonight potentially.
Of course, as long as I've been there. Otherwise, it's a little iffy.
You've been in the castle.
Have I been? Which castle?
This castle.
I mean, I've been where I've been.
You guys are gonna die.
What are you trying to do, my friend?
I have a meeting with someone in this castle. At this
Ooh.
time.
You know what? No questions. I got you, homie.
But yeah,
Right on.
when you get the report back from Cynthia, she said that she scaled the side of the castle, or the side of the palace, looked into multiple windows. All the rooms seem relatively normal. Nothing out of the ordinary as far as she can tell. The 4th level ninja.
Just to speed things along here, I'll just skip the RP. I tell her and my two subordinates that things changed, and the utmost urgent fucking matter has come up. It involving the king and involving our goal as our group that has yet to have a name. So you, Bullock and Evelyn are to stay here and monitor the whore, who certainly is not a normal whore, because she dodged a backhand from a fucking giant lizard man. And I'm going to head to a location north of here that I was told about. I'll explain more when I get back. Just
And
know
also
that
implying that he's leaving without the party.
I am leaving without the party. I'm telling them to let the party know to catch the fuck up to me, because I'm leaving without the party.
You know that
Okay.
we could probably just, I guess, I don't know, I was gonna say, like, maybe teleport there? I don't
Never
know.
been there, so
Never been
you wouldn't
there.
know where it is.
Yeah.
I'm literally like grabbing my backpack and my things and telling
So
them
wait,
this as I'm grabbing it and leaving.
I have a question.
Hey, don't
then.
worry,
How-
dude. Once the car boat is done, we'll be there lickety split.
Look at this
Question then.
split.
Then how is it that when you were first doing your power shit, you went to go see, you appeared in Adam's fucking castle, never been there before?
Because he has been in there before.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, he had a life before he was in part of our game.
Mm-hmm.
But
He did other shit.
and
I'm a
you can
10th
tell,
level
like,
wizard, dog.
Kind of Ithacus can try to teleport to the monastery just with a description of it. It just has
Yeah.
it just has like a chance to fail, but he can still do it if that's what you guys want to do.
Do we know that he hasn't been
Do you know
I've
that he's
never
what?
been there.
Yeah.
there? Never been there? Okay. Making sure.
No, yeah, but it's not impossible. That's a plan you guys can do for sure. But yeah, to speed things along though, you guys know you can do that. Your subordinates would sort of ask if you're alright, Softail, and like what's up, like it's the big day already, and you're just gonna have us sit back here and protect us? I thought we were supposed to go with you. This is Evelyn.
No. I tell her, wait, what? How the fuck do you know about the big day?
When they first joined up with you, you were like, okay, there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna call on you to do something, and like you're gonna have to do it. That was like a whole pitch you made to them.
Right.
Like when you first like were you giving the vibes that this is the thing that
No.
that you're.
I'm
weren't
giving
those
I'm giving the vibes that. So all right, for the sake of now, we actually have to RP. I look at her and like I have to return to the location in which we will return to one day, but now is not the time. The time is not right. The pieces are not in place. We will not be able to accomplish what we set out to do. But because of the severity of what is happening here and how it is intertwined with what is happening at the monastery, I must go. And I need someone I can trust to stay here and monitor the situation.
Bullock sort of just stands up, and he just like crosses his arms, and he's just like, "What kind of monitoring do you want us to do, Master?" He said, "Keep an eye on this whore."
You are to follow Cynthia's lead, seeing as she is the most experienced in espionage. You will be monitoring her. Something is not right. She is no average whore. She does not simply sleep with him. She influences him in certain ways, it seems. He yearns for her, it seems like. Something is certainly not right.
What do you mean? Go on.
Something is certainly not right, and it has something to play. Has a major role to play. I know this. I can feel it. But
Cynthia looks up to you, and she's just like, "So then, what's the protocol? If she's, well, you think she's stronger than us?
do I think she's stronger than them?
You saw the way that she dodged. Caesar's backhand. And you don't think any of your students would have pulled that off?
Yes. I think she's stronger than you. So you are to observe from afar. But the risk versus reward factor has changed. If you feel, you will do what you feel is within your capabilities. But you will certainly not go, God damn, bro, this beer's fucking me up tonight. You will certainly not be going charging headfirst, sneaking through hallways within the castle. But you will, and I give them a description of her. If you see her around, and you gather what you can from the party when they inevitably come here, you will monitor her at your own discretion. Make your best judgment call.
Okay. Evelyn, like, normally is kind of lax and kind of treats everything like a joke, but she just had to stand up and she's just cracking her knuckles.
Yeah,
and
no.
She's like, got it.
Yeah, like, I am...
She's taking this very
Sawtail is being very, like, when he said, like, don't get in trouble when they got here, like, he said that, like, being, like, serious, like, don't get... Same way your parents are like, don't eat the snacks at the minibar when you get to the hotel. But then, like, this is, like, after they've eaten the snacks at the minibar, and now, like, fucking...
This is a weird shared experience.
I don't know.
But either way, Evelyn understands how serious you are, and she seems to be matching that energy, and she's just, like, looking you in the eyes, like, I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
You are... I tell him...
Looks a little worried about you, but he doesn't look like he's going to say anything about it.
You are to watch each other's back and direct... When the rest of the party comes, you are to tell them what I've directed of you, and tell them that I have left already. I have made for the monastery.
Understood.
And
then you Delta.
I fucking Delta.
All right. Okay. So what? There was something else that somebody wanted to say. Brutus wanted to talk to somebody. Who do you want to
I wanted to talk to Brutus.
Okay. Yeah. What do you guys want to talk about?
So Brutus, at one point when you come over to me and we're talking separate, I say, your friend Gaius, his intentions are good, but he seems a bit obstinate in criticizing Caesar. I think you and I both know that woman is something significant, yes?
Concur.
He nods and he says, I was trying to get my hand at some sort of... figuring out if there is some sort of magical sense to him, but I don't think someone like Caesar would just be crumbling at the seams like this. And between that, these matters with Vixaria, the dragons, things are lining up a bit too well. These matters need to have a linchpin somewhere. That girl might be part of that linchpin, if you understand my means.
I agree. And that is why I am speaking with her tonight.
He nods, and he goes into his bag, and he will give you a potion of invisibility.
You have that?
I did. These are some of the potions that I had bought. Well, I have invisibility and I have non-detection. but I think invisibility would probably be better.
Like I might have to use both.
I would have left some gold with my students to buy any equipment they need.
Okay.
Because I think I might need the non-detection to sneak in, and then the invisibility to get out if shit goes bad.
He looks at it and he says, alright. But you're paying me back with a drink after a successful mission. And he gives you a little grin.
I'll buy the bar.
He nods
I mean,
and he says,
I'll buy the whole canteen if I have to.
good lad, good lad. And he gives you both. Oh, my phone.
How much would a canteen run me by around here?
The whole
A lot.
canteen.
You know, liquor license and everything.
I mean,
fucking
cantina.
Consequential. Don't worry about it. Oh, the whole location? You can't buy any property here. It's not available.
Yeah.
He hasn't become the
What do you
Thane
mean?
yet.
I do own property here.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about
That's
to
where we're
say.
staying.
Yeah, become
Huh?
the Thane.
We're literally staying in my property right now.
We're not?
Pardon?
What?
Yeah.
Did I
you
forget
talking
something
about?
important here?
Raph,
Did
I
you
think you're thinking of my game.
No, I thought I bought property when I came here with freaking guys the first time.
Oh, I mean, if you remember doing that, it definitely happened. All right, sure. So I'll say that you guys have access to that, and
Yeah,
oh, yeah, because you're a fucking lizard or whatever. Yeah, sure. So you guys have access to that, and you have access to you have access to that, and you have access to what you call like the inn and stuff. Yeah. So if you ever want somewhere more private, you can pull up to Brutus's spot.
Sick. But yeah, I give him those 2 potions. We come to the agreement that this girl's probably involved with something big that's going on here. And that Gaius doesn't seem to be, he ain't willing to open his eyes to the fact that there might be something fucked up about Caesar.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So
I guess.
Anything
Well, we
else you
can-
need help with from me, my guy?
I guess the way we can have this be broken down, because if Softail's dipping like right now,
I mean, you guys don't know that.
No.
you don't know.
I walked out, but you have no idea I just dipped.
Do you
Yeah.
know what he's talking about?
Who?
Or no clue? Softail.
Do I know what he's talking about? Like,
Yeah,
when he's
'cause-
describing... I don't know what item he wants, but I know about the monastery.
And this monastery is the one that you trained at before.
This is my whole backstory, this monastery. This is where I grew up. This is the place I want to raid and burn to the ground and fucking kill everybody inside.
So there's people there.
Yes, last time I was here, yes.
Yep. You were also told by Caesar that people took something from him.
Then wouldn't it be smart for us to go together just in case we're gonna have to fight?
Well,
I'm-
Softail's already gone. He just
Yeah.
left.
This man,
So
bro,
But yeah,
Softail's-
you
as a
are a
character,
cat.
probably that would be smart, but he has his reasons.
I'm being in
He is a cat.
character.
But yeah, so you're given the because I would actually like to close the session with your meeting with Shiva. So you're being given your
I was gonna say, do we have to do that tonight then? Because I feel like I have to.
I mean, I feel like if we do it in 2 weeks, you're gonna forget stuff that happened, and I think
Yeah,
it should be
true.
like really quick. It's gonna be like a
Alright,
5-minute thing.
All right.
So you're given like your what did you give him again?
I gave him non-detection and invisibility.
Invisibility. Okay. I believe each of those lasts for minutes. So you can like sort of use them sort of before you head up, and then sneak up to that room fairly easily.
I mean, did you
Obviously,
want me
can
to
I
tell you
tell which room
room?
is being lit by the fucking light and shit?
Yeah, you know. Exactly which
Non-detection is hour per level.
Okay. And do you want fucking Cain of Andicus to try to teleport you up there, or do you just want to go on your own with the items that you have to stealth up?
How
say
hard? Based on the ninja shit, how hard of a climb and being able to
Yeah.
break in?
I will
was.
say that with the potion of non-detection and the invisibility, you could probably get up fairly easily. Like it would be pretty easy.
Well,
Like,
the thing
they-
is this: the detection is for me to break in, and the invisibility is for me to get out.
Well,
Yeah,
keep in
yeah,
mind, non-detection blocks you from any form of like magical seeing, and invisibility is for the physical seeing.
Yeah.
So like none of it, there will be no magical defenses that'll detect you as you make your way in, and then
Wait.
it's just like you're gonna have to.
Cain of Andicus, you have invisibility, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so have Candivaticus cast invisibility on you on the way in, and then save the potion for when you.
Are
need to
you
leave.
walking inside? Are you breaking in a window?
Um,
Then
what
you can
seems more
turn-
cooler for me to have a chauffeur drop me off, for me to just come in myself?
Probably going by yourself.
That's up to you.
Yeah, just fucking sneak in, dog. Stop trying to do anything fancy.
Wait, are you just walking in the front door?
No, like I'm going into her room.
Doing a
Like, through the
Rapunzel,
window?
Rapunzel let down your hair.
You can go in through the window, or you can just walk down the hall in the palace and find it.
Well, I thought there was
If-
guards on the front gate and shit.
There
I'm
are
not trying
guards.
to-
That's the whole point of you being invisible.
Oh, can they? They
Listen,
don't have that. Oh,
I can make you
They
fly,
have dark
or I
vision,
can make
but,
you
like,
invisible.
You're invisible. And
Alright, so
let me tell
I
you,
guess-
their perceptions are not that good.
okay, so in that case, I'll just walk right in then.
Yeah, like I
Alright,
said,
you
for
have
the sake of
invisible
speed,
for like 6 minutes or something.
I'll give that to you. It's highly probable that this is fairly easy for you. So you can sneak in with your invisibility, which gives you literally a +20 to stealth, and you can fucking move through the halls and move toward this room. That's been sort of pointed out to you. It is like 2 in the morning that night. You
Can I do a perception check in that room or the hallway? Make sure no one else is nearby or people are there, they're sleeping or some shit.
Yep. And it seems like the rooms adjacent are empty. There are no guards in this hall, and the door to the room you're supposed to go that you're supposed to go into is open.
Can I tell there's anybody in there?
If you look inside, you'll see Sheila.
Does she know I'm invisible still or no?
You can't really tell.
Okay. I open
But
the door.
either way, but she's just sort of sitting on a similar pillow type thing, just sitting there trying to make herself look presentable.
Does she look like the one lizard bitch from Overlord?
No.
No.
I don't know what that is. I'll look into it after this. But yeah, so you see she's just sitting there on this pillow and she's making herself look presentable.
All right. I walk in.
You can end your invisibility at will? Do you choose to do that?
Before I do, now she's in the room. Can I tell, like, a sense motive, what her motive is before I even fucking reveal anything?
Roll sense motive.
I don't know if I have that ability.
Everyone does.
Where the fuck is my character sheet?
What the fuck is Mario Judah?
Hey yo, who the fuck this dude?
I'm on my way to fucking do.
Just got done banging a dude.
Dude. Wait, I'm in the sense mode.
Nice.
Alright. So you're using your sense motive like while you're invisible just to check her vibe before you show up. And it seems like she hasn't perceived you. And you just sort of see that she's sitting there making herself look presentable. And she's sort of like panting. And she's like shaking a bit because she seems excited.
Shit. Alright then, but then also, I can't tell there's any shenanigans in the room, right? No, like, fucking booby traps, none of that crap.
Yeah, not really. I mean, roll perception.
Alright.
Yeah, doesn't seem like there's any traps or anything. Just seems like there's a lizard lady on a pillow.
Alright, so if the door's open, I gently close the door.
Do you like appear after the door closes?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Man, so and then she just sort of looks up to you and she just goes, "Oh, hello."
But when I appear, you can hear the sound effect of fucking, you know Goku?
Oh my,
When he
just
takes the transmissions and
yeah,
teleport,
sure,
it's
sure,
like,
sure.
No, but the abridged one's like,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. So you do that, and she just looks like surprised, and she's just like, "Oh my, hello. I didn't think you would come."
Oh, you doubted me?
And then
No,
she
no,
just
me,
says,
no.
"I thought you Raven."
Raven?
Craven.
Oh. Craven?
Like a pussy.
Oh. Now I tell you really don't know me.
And then she just says, "How did you get past the guards that were outside my room?"
You have your secrets. I have mine.
Okay.
You had your secrets earlier on. First you give me an answer, then I tell you my answer.
And then she just says, "Well, I'm not really here to talk, obviously. But what is it that you want to know? You get one question and I'll get one question."
Damn. Do I got that dog in me or?
And then she says, "Or we could save the questions until once we're done." And she just kind of licks her lips.
Yeah, we can
Lizards
wait.
have lips?
Yeah, bro, thick as shit.
All right. She just kind of like holds her arms out to you.
Is Cynthia on the watch here? Like she was supposed to be?
At this point,
She was supposed to go to...
you ordered her. You ordered her on watch right now.
I ordered her on watch when this meeting was going down. She said she was going to scale the build and all that nonsense.
Oh yeah, when the meeting was going down, she did that during while you guys were having the meeting. Did you want her to do it at night as well?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So then Cynthia's watching this, but and she's like fucking 15 or whatever. She's like but fucking but yeah. So holds her arms out to you and do you want to fade to black for this? Or are you engaging? Are you willingly engaging in the behavior?
You know that one meme?
God, I'm even speaking memes.
Yes or no?
You know the one meme of like Vegeta before he closes his fucking hyperbolic time chamber door? Where he just looks back.
Oh my god, okay. Alright. Do you engage or not?
I engage for the role. Not because I want it, but because I have a mission to accomplish.
Alright, so you're fucking her because you have a mission to accomplish.
Yes.
Sure,
And
okay.
That's the one thing that turns on Brutus the most.
Alright, roll me Constitution. Save. Like a Constitution check, yeah. Just see how you be getting down.
See how long I last, nigga?
Essentially, yeah.
Rolling that one.
Wait a minute.
Nice.
Wait, I didn't roll anything yet.
I didn't.
No.
I mean, I did, but you didn't. Go on, so roll something.
Where is my constitution?
Just click
Listen,
con on
core.
core stats.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Oh!
Why do I only roll nat 20 when it comes to fucking?
You rolled a nat 20, but it was a contested thing, so you still lost. But yeah. But it is a relatively even battle, I guess. But so scene fades back in. You guys are both relatively tired, and she just sort of like leans over to you, and she just like drags her like talon down your chest, and she just says, "What is your question?"
That's what I fucking thought. What is your affection for Brutus? I mean, not Brutus, fucking, Caesar, Whitehead.
And then she just says, largely my infatuation with you. That you're both so powerful.
So you'll follow the highest bidder.
You know, what we agreed to one question. I answered yours. And then she just leans forward to you and just puts her hand on the side of your face. And then she just says,
Your iron scale.
And then she just says, do you love me?
I'm sorry, what?
You guys both agreed to ask each other a question. You asked your question. What's her interest in you and Caesar? Or what's your interest in Caesar? And she says the same interest she has in you, because you seem to be powerful. And then she says for her question, she asks you if you love her.
Damn, nigga. Time out.
What do you mean time out?
Time out.
Make a decision.
Time out, wait.
What you mean?
Say no, bro. We all know you don't love this bitch.
Jeez, bro.
Alright, I tell her.
I bet you save scum and XCOM.
I tell her. can.
And then she just shakes her head and she goes, no, that's the right answer. It's much better that way. Love tends to get in the way. And then make me will save.
A will save?
Yep.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Okay.
Well, I'm fucking cursed.
Alright, that's what we'll call a session.
Nice.
Wait, you rolled a wisdom check.
Oh,
Oh,
yo, you rolled
wisdom.
a wisdom check. Roll your
Oh.
will save.
Oh, my will
Dumbass.
save.
That might be
Oh.
better.
Okay, where is Will? Core?
On your, should be in the core, under, or defenses or whatever, under defenses. It should be your, one of your saves, one of your 3 saves.
Damn, good
I was
call.
saying,
Alex.
9 was kind of low.
Damn, I think this might even be worse. So we'll see.
It can't be, it's impossible. Alright.
Still rolled a 7. That's crazy.
And sort of just as she says no, being like love tends to get in the way, you just sort of feel this high and this stupor come over your mind. And that's what we'll call session.
Damn. Arcane Rizz.
Bro, Jamel.
And I will see you guys. Are we down to play in 2 weeks again?
What's 2 weeks from now?
Thursday.
2 weeks from now is
6.
6th of April.
Dude, Caleb. I'm gonna need an Uber, bro.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna need an Uber.
Where you
to, know
going?
that? I might need you to get me the fuck out of here.
Bro, I left your ass, dude.